when I hear something like, I can't tell you why about something because I'm too angry, that's kind of awesome.
I'm not gonna call it pedophilia if I dated like a 25-year-old.
Yeah, because it's not a child.
Whoa!
I thought at the beginning of all of this...
Moderator, we said we're not gonna do that. I'm confused.
Alright, it's finally time for Southpaw. It's finally time for Southpaw.
I immediately saw in the thumbnail, I will send you CP. What is going on?
Yep.
Yes.
No, it actually says, I didn't mean to send you CP, which is somehow better. Somehow actually funny.
Yeah, so just
McDonald's.
So just real quick, Hambleton, if you want like a more thorough analysis or of like the events, there's a doc out there. There's like a more than hour-long debate showing you the full context, but this is just a good rundown of everything.
Okay, so this is kind of a summary. I mean, how long is the doc?
Yeah, from the guy. Oh, it's like I think this is just a good rundown to get through everything, including the debate in there, because that's really the most entertaining aspect about it, at least to me personally.
So the rundown and then the debate, that's what you would advise?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what I'll do then. But this rundown first, before the debate?
It's essentially like a summarization of the debate, but it gets the highlights pretty much. If you still want to watch the debate, that's fine. But you won't be missing anything.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
I reject the premise. I would love to. Like, I'm not right now because I'm too angry, but see,
Okay, I'm already thinking I might have to watch this debate, dude. When I hear something like, I can't tell you why about something because I'm too angry, that's kind of awesome. Okay,
if you want to watch the debate first, that's fine. It will it is fun to react to.
Okay, I think I will. What is this debate about? Give me like the
you'll see. You'll see.
Okay, so it's like self-evident.
Record.
Okay.
As I'm unmuting, I think the first thing we will start with, well, I guess we'll start with Southpaw/C. Ask whatever.
And this SK person is the person who made the document, right?
No, those were members of his community. You'll see how he's relevant.
Okay, cool.
Just some random guy, actually.
just before we begin with anything, I do want to also ask everybody here, Southpaw SK, Pokery, just everyone here.
Also, just one more important bit of context.
Yeah.
Pokery in this debate is the guy who ends up making the video.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
That's it. It's entirely irrelevant. If I hear it drifting towards that, I will just leave. Like, it's just not a worthy conversation.
JCS criminal psychology.
You can tell that this C person, you gotta have like the click sound effect. You can tell that this C person is completely raped. Yeah, it's stuff like that.
Something that I think is
that's JCS.
Relevant nor productive to bring up at any point.
Sorry, I might like die right now.
For context sake.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck is happening? Are you okay?
Amber Alert.
Oh, wait, what the fuck is going on?
Hold on.
The fuck? That was scary. Was SK the guy who bent over for Utterly Noah and defended him after Noah plagiarized him, or am I mixing him up with another person?
Noah plagiarized him. I debated with SK over whether or not he plagiarized him. I still personally think that yes, he did. Then, but he thought at the time no. But now he leans more towards yes, that being the case, because he compared and contrasted both videos, and that's his conclusion.
Okay, so he ended up going back on it and saying yes.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, beyond that, the actual contents of the debate itself don't matter. Like, it's a stupid. It should not have gone on this far. It's insane that it's gone on this far.
What? Okay, so I can't speak in. Okay, so I can speak in disagree. I can message disagreement requests, right?
I've unmuted everybody.
Dude, that already sounds like
I am
Purple Perry. What's happening? What is this weird alert that you got?
Let's keep watching this last stream.
Okay, this last stream? Shut up.
Yeah, you can just remember.
Let me quickly. Okay, so Pokery. Let me go ahead and just scroll up to get the original tweet. I mean, well, I can use the screenshot of Pokery posting it in Wayne Manor. So I want to highlight something.
What the fuck? Go back.
This tweet was posted.
What was that sound?
Oh, something here. Shortly after this tweet was posted, I received hold on. I looked at my notifications and saw some dude who. Hold on. Where's so many screenshots posted here. There was a guy who quote tweeted me.
Says he can't hear anything.
He's like trolling then. Like I don't know what to tell him.
Oh yeah, right.
Wait, Remnant's done this to me before. Hey Remnant, he's had this problem before. You want to know what the solution was last time? Hey Remnant, you're gonna take your volume button and you're gonna turn it up. Okay? Just so you know.
This is Stampede. I don't know who Stampede is. I don't know if there's any significance, but it's someone who does follow Pokery. And after Pokery posted this tweet, Stampede tweeted me to say, N-word, you like 16-year-olds. That's present tense. Now, obviously, this is not necessarily...
Wait,
N-word, you like 16-year-olds? Okay.
People are saying it is quiet.
Keep this in mind. This whole entire debate did not need to happen, but Southpaw got rage baited by tweets with 0 likes.
Of course. Okay, so he has the gene. He has like definitively got the gene.
Quiet and not you.
Okay, well, just hold on. Let me hear where it is.
Saying that I'm a pedophile in the present. However,
it could be a
natural
little louder. I had already turned it up a little bit.
Pokery's tweet from people who agree, who would agree with his general.
Should be good now. Tell me if that's good, chat.
I dated a 16-year-old when I was 20. That does mean that I'm a pedophile in the present tense. So there's that issue. When you're not careful with your wording, that is the vibe, or the sense that you give off to people who would actually be sympathetic to you. So that's a major problem with your wording in and of itself. But the problem is there's more than just that. So we have, if I can quickly, here's a double down, right? So.
I also
There's really
forgive you. I don't need your
warlord
forgiveness,
messaging.
motherfucker.
Another thing we have here is, in response to your original tweet, Pokery, Saul Goonman says, what the fuck, he's Southpaw's a pedo? And your reply was simply, dated a 16-year-old when he was 20. Holy shit.
Whoa, okay.
So you didn't say, well, not in the present sense, but, he did date a 16-year-old when he was 20, which was like a decade ago. You didn't say that. Another...
What do you mean? Why does that matter? What are you talking about?
Pretty fucked, man. I don't know.
Okay, but like it happened 10 years ago, guys. People can... I mean, come on, man. Hey, come on, man.
Sam,
so have you guys guessed what the debate is about now?
I'm assuming it's going to be something to do with this. Oh, if
Whether
it's okay because it happened 10 years ago?
Whether or not Southpaw was a pedophile back then, yeah.
Oh my god. Are we fucking kidding me, man? Okay, great. I love that this is called Daredevil Season 7 for some reason.
That you said later on, which I would say there's really only one reasonable way to read this. If I can just quickly... Oh yeah, here we go.
I do not remember this plot in
you
Daredevil.
me, even though I blocked you at this point, which is kind of funny. He said, anyway, Southpaw, I'm going to go fuck my hot girlfriend who's my age. You should take notes from me, you old bitch. So yeah, if you don't think that I'm a pedophile in the present, why should I have to take notes from you?
Again, 0 likes.
That's it.
Okay, we can go one by one. Yeah, we can go one by one. You want to talk about the Stampede thing first? Or do you give a fuck about the fact that I sent to Wayne Manor?
You can go with either one. I mean, personally,
okay.
I think it was a bad idea to send to Wayne Manor, but...
hear anything this guy's saying. He's just grumbling.
Dickers, thank you so much for the raid, buddy. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good one, bud.
You can think differently, I suppose.
Yeah, I sent it there because I wanted to. Okay,
What's
so the
up,
Stampede
Dickers?
thing, I mean, it's not me. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that's fine. I never said you did say that, dumbass. So anyways, why I said my initial tweet...
You should not call me dumbass after your answer today.
Yeah, that's fine.
No insults. We're trying to get through information.
So for the Dickers joiners who are just now coming in, this is a debate between SK, or not SK, it's between Southpaw and Pokery mainly, and it seems like, I guess, these other people in the... I mean, Kino can correct me if I'm wrong. Are these other people just kind of like bystanders?
Dickers covered the Southpaw drama like twice on stream. He just covered like parts of the debate. He watched the video without watching the full debate, but yeah, they should know the context.
Okay, so you guys know the context of the debate already. We're watching the debate because it seems Kino, and then we're gonna watch the video.
Yeah, so that's fine, because if you want to have an intelligence off, you're not going to win that battle like that.
Okay, already, that was just horrible. What a fucking horrible thing to say. Who said that?
No insults. We're trying to get through information. People.
Yeah, so that's fine, because if you want to have an intelligence off, you're not going to win that battle like that.
Pokery, that was L aura, buddy. I'm sorry. It seems like you're on the right side of things, but that was such an L aura line, buddy.
Okay. But in my initial tweet, you said that there's a more careful way to word it. There literally just isn't. I said you have a documented history of this thing. Do you disagree or agree that you have a history of what I accuse you of?
Being a pedophile?
Of being a 16-year-old when you're 20, yes.
You said I have a documented history of being a pedophile.
Well, yes, I would call that being a pedophile. We can get into whether or not that's pedophilia.
It's not definition is wrong.
It's not pedophilia. Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can go over that. So what definition would you deem valid for the term pedophile? Would you deem Oxford Dictionary as valid?
I would deem sociologists valid with their definition rather than Oxford Dictionary.
Would you deem Oxford Dictionary as valid, yes or no?
No, because Oxford Dictionary gets changed every year to meet current definitions for certain things that are based on colloquial.
Oh my god.
The dictionary is now a valid source of information for words.
Oh, yeah. Brother. Like, I love how he says Oxford Dictionary changes every year, as if like everybody's like looking in Oxford for the new definition of pedophile. Like it's really gonna fucking be super different.
New definition just dropped, everybody.
New pedophile definition just dropped. We're okay to date 14-year-olds now, according to Oxford. So yeah, like okay, it's really not gonna make a difference, buddy. Like,
Yes, that's just a thing Oxford Dictionary does.
Yeah, that's fine. Can you show the proof that it gets changed every year to fit colloquial definitions?
Sure.
okay, no, that was the wrong way to do it. Okay, Pokery, tiny bit of advice, wrong way to do it. If you just said it doesn't change fundamentally, like you can, it's still like fundamentally accurate, right?
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, well, he
let me
knows
ask,
that
like,
they
what
don't.
was-
Well, he knows that he doesn't. That they don't know what they're talking about, so he's just kind of like rage baiting. And
He's just kind of dancing around on them.
taking it step by step. That's
Yeah.
at least how he argues. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
What's the relevance of like Oxford Dictionary specifically?
That's the definition of pedophile I'm going to be using.
Okay.
So if they don't agree with that, then we can go over that.
Actually, it's updated on a quarterly basis, and that's from the Oxford Dictionary website. And who runs?
Shut the fuck up. Do you understand that it being updated on a quarterly basis doesn't mean that that every single word's definition is changed? Like, how stupid fucking are you, buddy?
They don't understand that, and Poker ends up explaining that.
Do they genuinely think that, like, every quarter there's, like, 7,000 people who, like, sit down and they're like, okay, so what are we going to change the definition for yellow to be? Like, what is this, dude?
You're telling me they're not changing every definition of the 1 million words in the English language?
Yeah, every quarter of the year. Yeah, I know, crazy. Guy with push notifications whenever Oxford and Merriam-Webster pages for pedophilia are updated. True, true. That's so true.
Looks like my alarm's going off. Oxford just dropped a new change.
Pretty excited for this one. I heard
That's
this
actually
one's.
what my Amber Alert was for earlier.
I heard this one's taken out like 14 to 18. So
Lolicon is acceptable now? Okay.
we finally won.
We did it. Bev, you can rest easy.
Yeah, so nowhere does it say it's changed to fit colloquial definitions. The only thing it says is that it's updated.
What do you think updates
Updated
do?
doesn't mean. Are you fucking retarded? Like, this is tough. This is
So
tough.
that could be anything. They could be updating their UI.
I've
They could
spoken
be
to see
updating the way
before
they
he is that retarded. Yes.
I mean, clearly. Yeah, exactly, Sprayt.
r/jailbait. We did it, guys.
Yeah.
format the definitions. They could be
When he
updating
said that,
the grammar.
I
they
got
use
like,
Dude, just like literal, genuine chills.
yeah.
in the sentencing. Like, this isn't proof that they're changing the definition specifically. And two, even if it was them updating the definitions, that's not the same as you making the conjunctive claim that it's in order to fit colloquial definitions, dumb fuck.
Just make it clear not to go for the insults and stuff. I'm trying to be as respectful as possible.
Oh my god, dude. Shut the fuck up, you thin-skinned pussy, dude. Holy
Excuse
shit.
me, you're raping me too much in this debate.
Actually,
Moderator?
we said we were gonna be nice to each
Moderator, he called me a swarth fossil, and I don't like that.
We kind of said we were gonna be nice to each other, not liking the direction this is going. And if we can't kind of fill in that obligation, I don't think we're gonna be speaking anymore. So yeah, we're not gonna really go anywhere if you keep on doing that.
Try to keep things.
That's fine. So I want proof.
Middle
I want
ground?
proof for the.
Kiss
I want,
that goodbye.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to provide it, but I'm not going to provide it to somebody who's going to resort to childish insults. I would very.
Now you see how he said the word childish there? That was actually purpose.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, those childish insults are giving me a boner, dude. Holy shit. I gotta go, but it's not for the reason you think. It's to jack off.
You know, talk in a civil manner. I don't think throwing insults is gonna do anything but
Okay,
escalate.
I'll be respectful. I'll be
You
respectful.
can be stern on what you're saying.
Wait, that actually would have been so smart. That's so true, Spray. They should ask him the definition of insult he's using and then disagree with it because dictionaries get updated. That's so true. That's so true.
Yeah, Southpaw, dude.
I actually just looked up Oxford's freshly updated definition of insult, and it actually does not qualify. So yeah.
Yeah, Southpaw doesn't fucking matter if they update their definitions. I never intended that.
Yeah, you
specifically
fucking
contended
retard.
that they're changing the definitions to fit colloquial terms. So unless you can provide
language-
evidence for that, then I don't see why it's relevant that they update their definitions. Why would
Because
I
language
necessarily think
constantly
it's relevant?
evolves. Expert lexicographers continuously review, revise, and add new words, phases, and sentences to ensure that definitions reflect modern usage. What do you think that means? That last part, to reflect modern usage.
Do you know what colloquial means?
Okay, now he's
Right?
raping.
Should I
Now
say
he's
sure?
raping.
Okay.
Did you hear him?
Yeah, so colloquial
Yeah.
means an adjective
Used in
with
ordinary
regard-
or familiar conversation, not formal or literary. That's what-
Wait, then he's gonna be like,
Well, did you get that from Oxford? Because if so, it might change.
like, this is so stupid. Okay, this is awesome. I'm very glad that I decided to watch this before the video. This is an awesome fucking debate.
colloquial means.
Yeah, so that has nothing to do with modern. You can be modern without being colloquial. Those are not mutually exclusive.
Used in ordinary or familiar
An
conversation.
example of something being a colloquialism would be something like pussy being a synonym for coward. Obviously, that's not literally what the word pussy
Correct.
means or is in reference to. However, that's a
Correct.
colloquialism for it.
Or it's like, I mean, I use like the colloquial argument all the time. Like, I mean, it's like how, when somebody says non-sexual grooming, for instance, like harkening back to one of our previous streams with class, when somebody says like grooming period, we're always going to think of it as like, sexually grooming a minor, right? There's no way to like get out of that, because our colloquial understanding of what grooming is it is almost always sexual, right? Like it's so much smarter to go with the colloquial definition of things rather than just definition F slurring, It's really fucking stupid. I hate it when people do this.
So colloquial and modern are not the same thing. So I want you to prove that the definitions are invalid due to appealing to colloquialism.
So you're splitting hairs over the
splitting hairs when he rejected every
definition.
Because Oxford chooses to change their definitions in order to appeal to colloquialism.
I'm not even saying they're didn't say they're being valid. I'm just saying that the dictionary is not exactly the go-to source you should be using.
The dictionary isn't the go-to source you should use. Okay.
Chill out, buddy. I'm just saying dictionaries are useless. Yikes.
Okay, I mean, the natural response to that, that's exactly what I was about to say. The natural response to that is, what the fuck should be the source then? Like, what does that even mean? Well,
I know some guy in an alley who's saying 50 cents a pop.
Dude, Southpaw could actually...
definitions.
Southpaw could actually win if he said, which dictionary were you using to define kids? That is true, Spray. That is true.
Says that I'm not exactly going to take too seriously so long as you're going to keep strawman.
Yeah, I'm muted, bro. Yeah, so anyways, at the beginning of the conversation, I literally asked you specifically,
can you muzzle your dog, please?
Hold on. I literally asked
I realize I shouldn't have to.
Oxford dictionary is valid.
Can you muzzle your dog, please? Your gunshot.
Poker, it's temporary. I just removed your mod.
I
Just
thought we weren't doing insults.
I'm temporarily removing the mod because...
That's fine. You can take my mod. That's fine.
Yeah. I just think like it should be an unbiased party that has the powers.
Yeah, that's fine.
Using that to begin with is not exactly a good foot forward. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you're talking over me and chipping out like a monkey instead of letting me finish. So anyways...
Okay.
I specifically asked you, do you deem Oxford Dictionary as valid? You said no, and then you proceed to give the
Dude, wait, that's actually so true, Spray. He's gonna come back. Yeah, Southpaw's gonna make a 4-hour expose on the Oxford Dictionary, the fucking Merriam-Webster. It's gonna be a whole series, dude. It's gonna be an evil, horrible series.
I mean, have you seen his content?
No, what kind of content does this guy even make? Is
Look
his name
at
just
Southpaw, because he would do that. He would do that.
Yeah, actually?
Are
you serious?
Look at his videos.
It's just Southpaw?
It's him. Yeah. Well,
damn, he's a movie?
What?
No. Like,
damn, dude,
yeah.
What the fuck?
No, go down. Well, actually, look up Southpaw 2 Spider-Man 2. No, Southpaw Spider-Man 2. Yeah, there it is. There's his channel.
Okay. Wait, he's hating on Spider-Man 2? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, so that's an hour. But look at the Terriers video.
Terriers?
Yeah, look, like the fourth one, yeah. It's like 6 hours.
Oh my god. It's a 6.5 hour video on EFAP?
That's his magnum opus, where he just expresses his hate boner towards EFAP for not liking his same show. He called them rape apologists over not liking it, or over a plot.
What? That's okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
It goes deep. The lore goes deep.
Yeah, clearly. Jesus. Okay.
But it doesn't really have anything to do with like this. Yeah.
Right.
And change their definitions based on this. Now you're trying to backtrack because you're realizing you can't prove that dumbass claim. So unless you can prove that they change to appeal to colloquialisms, then I do not give a fuck.
And I thought he was implying that Oxford themselves were going to upload a response.
We do not condone the actions of Southpaw in any way. We are actually very good at what we do.
Yeah.
Oh, Morale told you something.
Ant is funny, defending Skitty in a very funny way. Well, Morale, if you check the replies to that, you would see that I already responded to it, buddy. I think. Unless he already responded to me. I don't know. Wait. This is actually interesting. Okay. So, Ant has responded to some of the commenters here. Morale, look at my reply on there. Hey, Ant, so I watched the video on Harmful Opinions made, and it appears that Skitty Bitty has told people on... Oh, wait, that's the second one. Sorry. You're going to defend someone with a Discord full of kids. Grimigula responds,
Did you ever consider that that's Peter jacketing a trans person? If Skitty did something inappropriate, I will criticize it. But right now, there's nothing that I know of beyond criticizing Octowalk.
Sorry, I forgot to do the W's for the R's. I'm sorry. Sorry for being inconsistent, chat. I know that's grueling for you. I'm going to be completely fair and say that researching wouldn't be a bad idea.
What inappropriate things did Skitty do involving kids exactly? You need to remember that these people are known wires. I've gone through Harmful Opinions Wedderwick before. He is a wire, and I don't trust anything he says.
What if he shows proof?
I
He
love
did
the
show
Elmer
proof,
Fudd.
though.
Also, if it was like one of your stupid chud like friends doing it, you would just immediately trust them and they wouldn't have to show any proof. Is that what you're saying? Like, I'm just, dude, he's so raped, man. Like, it's just,
Yeah, but
it's just
didn't
egregious.
Harmful, like, we watched the video, remember? He did show proof.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, he showed proof, but then
Like,
Ant
no one
won't
is saying
accept
he's-
it.
Why are they all jumping to the pedophile accusation? He never said that.
No, he never calls him a pedophile. I think he outright says that he doesn't think the person's a pedophile.
He literally just said that it's inappropriate for him to, for the Skitty Kitty to have children partake in a fucking race war on Twitter, which is a valid criticism.
And on top of that, the only thing that they could be getting the pedophile thing from, if they're completely like media literate, I guess, which all of these people are, so it makes sense, is the fact that Harmful does say like it's a really bad idea to have like these like 13-year-olds in a server and have them just be labeled as minors, because again, it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet for pedophiles. But that's not saying that Skitty's a pedophile. Nobody is saying that.
Yeah,
They're just calling,
only I'm saying.
they're just calling
so
her
I don't get it.
negligent.
What'd you say, Kino?
They're just calling her negligent. It was the same thing with like Leaflet, with Arlie Noah. Like, you can't have not safe for work art in a Discord server and still allow, and also allow minors at the same time. That's just really inappropriate.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, you're telling me that you're normal? Wait, chills, bro.
Chills when I hear a normal
I
person.
don't allow any not safe for work art in my server. So yeah, I guess I am.
I don't. I mean,
this
I
guy
have an
is
18.
insane. Wait.
My server's 18 plus, and even I like. I mean, when I see, I don't like NSFW stuff in my server. Even then, like, I don't know. I'm a little bit of a stickler about it, but
Well, like the logic was
You could say a
with me.
Himmler.
Yeah, well, the logic with me is that minors like mine is 18 plus 2. But even with the not zero not safe for work rule, I just have it in place because I don't like kids. But there are instances where they can be smart enough to get past like an age
100%.
verification.
100%.
Yeah, so I don't even. So to me, that's just like unless it's like a super private server, you shouldn't allow like a public server to have like any not safe for work.
I completely agree. I'm of the exact same opinion on that, and it's similar reasoning for me with the NSFW. It also just makes me uncomfortable. I don't like having that in my server. Those are the two reasons for me. Okay, so then someone else responds to Grimigula and says, "Hey Ant, so I watched the video that Harmful Opinions made, and it appears that Skitty Bitty has told people on Discord to report Octorock reviews on Twitter. The screenshot itself is at 529 if you want to see it for yourself. As for the minors thing, all Harmful Opinion states was that she was being irresponsible for having minors on the Discord in the first place, and she was asking them to report Octorock reviews. Feel free to see the video for yourself if you want to fact check anything I say in the post." In other words, Skitty did nothing inappropriate with kids, meaning it's extremely dangerous to imply that kids were a factor at all, especially towards a trans content creator. Shut the fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Just, alright, cool it. It's okay. I hear identity politics over something that doesn't require it, and I get really angry, and I just have to chill for a second. It's okay. Skitty has already stated that them telling the audience to report Octorock's Twitter was a step too far. But at the same time, Octorock was harassing them for 3 months straight, including spreading sensitive information regarding Skitty. I suspect...
Wait, harassing them? Wait, I know that guy. I don't know. Octorok? How do you say his name?
Octorock.
He's like a fraction of the size of that stuffed animal YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling you this about
harassing. What?
I was showing.
What is the person doing that's harassing?
I was sending this. I was telling you this last night, Chud night. But like, Ant is just like
I didn't
going with
create
it. Like,
this name. Somebody did this to me.
Name.
But,
I don't know why they named me this.
Shut up!
Yeah,
Let
like-
him tell you the point, dude. Jesus Christ, Remnant.
but Ant is running with this narrative that Octorock is a racist, despite there being zero evidence of that.
We do not
From what I've
claim
seen,
him.
is that he's not. From what I've seen, he's not even white. And so he just pulled out like a racism accusation out of nowhere, and I called him out for it, and I said, okay, well, actually, Skitty's the only racist one here. And then he quote tweeted me saying, "Oh yeah, well, what about this?" And then he like showed him liking some tweets, like calling Skitty like a homo or like
The F slur, I saw that.
Yeah, right. Which has nothing to do with racism, by the way. We're just shifting the goalposts now.
It doesn't change anything whatsoever. Both can be true. He could be a evil, homophobic, hateful person that we all know that he is, and Skitty can also be a huge racist.
Well, okay, but you guys are forgetting the fact you actually can't be racist to white people because it's not a real race. That's what Skitty said.
Isn't she white?
That's what Skitty said. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So like she has the power to be racist. What do you mean?
No. She's Jewish and.
Even worse.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Octorok distinguishes between white and Jewish, and then she. Yeah.
Here's the thing that these retards never acknowledge. They act as if they're smug and technically you can't be racist to white people. In what way? There are multiple types of racism. You do realize that they're talking about structural racism, systemic racism. That doesn't mean anything about, say, interpersonal racism. That doesn't require power.
Well, interestingly, Remnant, the argument that Skitty made specifically is that whites are not a race. And so that's why you can't be racist.
Bro, did you see my tweet I made about that?
No, and I probably shouldn't look at it on stream.
Wait, I said, I said that, okay, so if white people aren't a race, then can black people finally stop complaining about about how white people enslaved them? If we're not a race, then stop blaming us. Come on.
And this is why you're named the Chud Knight, by the way.
I mean, here's the thing. These, oh my goodness, I almost said, I have a lot of self-discipline here, Himpleton, not to say anything bad. I almost said something. I almost let it slip there. But these people, always like to say, whenever you reference white people in a positive way, or say you like them, or say, I want white kids, they'll be like, actually, being white isn't a race. You're just grasping at nothing. But when you talk about white people in a negative way, they're always like, oh yeah, I totally hate white people.
Yeah,
it's
man.
like,
I agree.
They only care when it's in a negative way towards white people.
Yeah,
then white people are a race that you can group together and shit on.
Right. No, that is true. That part's true for sure. Sure. I do love that Kino was just like trying to tell you something, and then like he referred to you as the Chud Knight, and then you just immediately were like,
okay, well that's not really my freaking name. Okay, just so you know, I
Did you hear how he was very? Yeah, I know. I saw your. I was sending messages to you. The Chud Knight. Of course, I'm going to respond to that.
I was playing along. I didn't know that you were like if you were pretending to be someone else still.
No.
Yeah, no, he changed his name to that.
Remnant, do you want to tell them that story of how I didn't know it was you at first?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I've told Himpleton. But yeah, no, I did message you. I saw on your stream that you were in Dicker's server. I was like, I'm in that server. So it's like I want to send Kino a friend request. So I sent him a friend request. I was like, hey man, you remember me? You're like, no. It's like, yeah, it's me. We played video games together. I'm the little gumdrop. I said that? I don't remember saying that on Roblox.
Oh, wait,
I invited you to play Roblox.
Was it Roblox?
With us. I did invite you to play Roblox with us. But I was like, I was the little gumdrop. Don't you remember me? You didn't respond to that.
Because I never heard of someone like that, and I don't even have a Roblox account, so I don't know how.
I invited you to play Roblox. Don't get it twisted. I wasn't saying that, but you're still invited to play Roblox with us. By the way,
join our server and join the Hibbleton server so we can go on Roblox. I'm just like, oh fuck, okay. And then Remnant was just like, bro, you actually fell for that, you loser.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
He did the same thing to Vickers, dude. This guy's a menace. This guy's a fucking menace. Okay, he's a fucking menace.
I did the exact same thing to Dickers, except it was Lethal Company for him.
He's a menace. He's an optics nightmare. I don't know why I keep him around. He scares
optics
me.
Nightmare.
How did Dickers respond? Did he tell you to fuck off? Was he more like hostile?
He just called him the N-word. Yeah, it was weird.
He just said, "Oh, fuck off, fuck off."
Boy, fuck off, then. Fuck off, then.
Fucking troglodyte, you.
Yeah.
He would be like, if I were to summarize everything Dicker says in a moment, it'd be like, oh, let me have a Gandalf. Oh, fuck off.
Oh, fuck off.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude. When Remnant told me that, chills.
Dickers is also like the biggest clip chimp on earth. He was watching my Gideon video, and I said that like Gideon said that the officer was gonna get arrested, and then like he watched like less than 3 seconds of Gideon saying like I'm a multimillionaire, pauses it and says, "Okay, well he never said he was gonna get arrested, so maybe you shouldn't say things like that." Unpauses it. The next sentence he says is, This is gonna end with you getting arrested," and then he just like looks at the camera and he's like, "Maybe I clipped you."
Fuck me, dude.
Fuck me. Yeah. It's great. Love the dude.
And
Love
also
the
trying
dude.
to find the sources that you're asking me for. If you want me to do that, probably the smartest way to do it is not.
And you should stop talking to me. I was talking to Southpaw.
Okay, but nonetheless, I'm also here involved.
Okay, but actually, I am still here in this conversation, so I'm allowed to talk if I like.
I'm a living, breathing person, so I require your attention.
This person is awful, dude. These are the most Reddit people that this fucking pokery guy's debating against.
Human being.
Like, this is such like Reddit bullshit. It makes me like
Please
actually
treat me like
viscerally
one.
angry.
This conversation on Southpaw's behalf. I'm more than allowed to speak. I would also like, though, that you would show some level of respect for the fact that I'm also here in this conversation.
You don't need to
Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Honestly, full fucking kudos to this pokery guy for having the patience to sit through this, because if it was me, I would literally just be like, hey, let's quit flapping our meat mouth here, okay? Like, you're not in this. You're literally just here to, like, be a little puppet for the other guy, so I don't want to hear from you, okay?
I'm actually trying to insult you. I'm not upset with you. I'm not angry with you. I don't know why you're getting so on my ass when all I'm asking for is just some level of decorum when we're trying to have this conversation. I'm not involved in this shit. Frankly, I think debating a fire extinguisher in Daredevil is the most pussy-ass 12-year-old bullshit any fucking scum bottom-of-the-barrel human being could possibly figure out.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think
I love how he said, I'm not mad, and then proceeds to be like he's like so clearly fucking mad. Like, it's just like, okay.
No, this whole
great.
thing happened because of that stuff. I think this whole thing is stupid. I'm getting involved on behalf of my friend. I'm trying to help him out here, so I'm trying to find the.
Whoa.
Like
Where did the
pedophile
autism
friend.
accent? Wait, did you hear that? The autism accent came out there a little bit.
Pussy-ass 12-year-old bullshit any fucking scum bottom-of-the-barrel human being could possibly figure out.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think
No, this whole thing happened because of that stuff. I think this whole thing is stupid. I'm getting involved on behalf of my friend.
My friend? Where did that come from? He hadn't said it on any other word that had an R in it. Was that just like...
Because that's how angry he's getting, the real...
He's getting so angry that he's like contracting autism? Okay.
Trying to help, and I would like to live for that.
Okay, so
please,
if we
do
can...
me a solid and stop hounding me and going on my ass.
and it would be more
Thank you very much.
productive if you didn't speak until you get the source.
Well, okay.
So true, though. That's actually so true. He's destroying. He's raping.
While you get the source, what is like, because we're kind of
We
putting a
haven't
lot of stock
started
into this
actual
one
debate.
definition.
You said that Pokery can't come on, right?
He's not available.
Okay, that's a shame.
You're also getting the accent.
I can DM him real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, either way, even if he can't come on, just make sure
For all of us.
make sure to tell him that he's doing God's work from me, good old Uncle Hemp. Okay.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, he's gonna be like, I have no idea who the fuck that glub shit of retard is, but okay.
And we barely even moved to like a singular point.
I did send him a link to your stream, and he was just like, okay.
Just like, I have no fucking clue who this freak is, but okay.
So I guess to move the conversation, what is like a legend?
They would need to concede at this point.
Oh wait, he says he needs a sec.
Okay, cool. Send him a link to the server, if you will. That would be
Okay,
sick
he's
and
handling
awesome.
something in his server.
Okay, sick. Yeah, just send him a link to the server, and he can come in whenever he's ready. If
Send him
he
a
wants to.
link over here.
So Skitty posted 19 minutes ago and said,
Is it too pathetic to put out a call for Skitty community members to make some cute fan art? It's been a rough few days.
What the fuck?
I think this fan art's awesome. Personally, I don't know. What's wrong with this? Is there something wrong? I don't know.
Okay.
This art is by A. Akuma 4955.
Okay, wait.
Whoa.
Wait! Is this not just another instance of her kind of brigading?
it is.
Keen, are you
Totally
seeing this? This is essentially just her them calling for people to report again.
Ooh.
Saying it's serious, saying it's been a rough few days, showing this image, and then crediting the artist and being like, it's serious. That's literally the exact same thing, just minus the overt, you need to report this.
What did Speed Racer just post? Not the biggest fan
Wait,
of
could I see
America,
it?
but I do love fireworks.
That's actually so funny. Who made?
Oh wait. That's not the only one I saw. Hold on. I found this one too.
Oh man. Oh, it even has slurs
Look
on the
inside
side
chat.
I've seen.
Look
Kino-
inside chat.
Kino, did you see that shit though?
No, yeah, I saw this. I know what it says. I saw it on Twitter.
No, but did you see that Skitty at the bottom says this art is by AA Akuma 4955 on Twitter, and yes, it's serious. Like, it's essentially like another brigade. It's like essentially trying to encourage people to report again.
Wait,
like,
no.
It's just not as overt. Like, it's not directly saying
that
it, but it's highly implicational.
I instantly hear like a squishy sound effect as if like it got grabbed and it makes that noise.
What is
Not
this
the
one?
biggest fan of America. You would fucking kill yourself if you were in any other country.
Oh God. No, you would be killed. Let's be honest.
Did Skitty did they censor any of the slurs in their YouTube posts?
Nope. Nope.
Oh, so she just pulled I already know when his Discord server got hacked by like a Nazi guy. Like he didn't uncensor like him saying like the N-word. So he's like his autistic fan base is just looking at that. It's just really funny to me.
Lovely. I mean, this is such pathetic behavior. Like, I don't understand this.
I think Skitty probably is gonna watch this because if they got super angry about like the Pokemon guy with his profile picture, I still don't know how to say his name. And has been going after him. Like, there's just no limit to the size of who gets under their skin. They're going to go after. They're going to be ruthless.
And I'm engagement baiting. Yes, I'm doing it, and I'm doing it unashamedly. I don't care.
That's how we even got here to begin.
It's a fucking dictionary, dude. Language. Okay, can we maybe appeal to something a bit more official? Like, for example, the United States law considering the people
more official than the dictionary. Okay.
In this call are all members, citizens of the United States of America. Like,
why does the law dictate definitions of words?
Why does the dictionary dictate definitions of words? This is one university that's determined.
It's what it does. It's the purpose of the dictionary. I'm gonna need a definition of dictionary.
For literally study the etymology and the linguistical roots of all the words that they define.
Jamie, so you don't think lawmakers do that same thing?
I'm not done. No, I don't. Unless you can prove to me that the people creating the law are going into every intricate detail of the etymology and linguistical roots, then no, I don't care.
Okay, so how about this, right? You're talking about dictionaries versus the law, whatever.
Hamilton wants to say something.
What about medical definitions? Because that's part of how they define it in the first place. Because it's a medical condition. Like, should we just move it there? Like a better.
I don't really see why that would be. I don't really see why that would be more relevant than a dictionary either.
What's a medical condition?
I just don't really know why we're like hanging up specifically on dictionary versus law when we're talking about the moral.
Just explain this.
Didn't you just ask me not to interrupt you when you were talking about something? Thank you.
Yeah, this is a 3v1 actually.
What the fuck?
He won?
I really like. I mean,
no,
dude, he's playing on easy mode.
3v1. So the C, Southpaw, and another idiot named the Media Detective are all ganging up on Pokery here.
Like
yeah, and he's still just effortlessly destroying them, which is perfect. I really like this part.
I really know why we're like hanging up specifically on dictionary versus law when we're talking about the moral.
Words. I just explained this.
Didn't you just ask me not to interrupt you when you were talking about something?
God, you need to die.
I'm
actually a human being, and you need to like.
I don't know if you know this, but I actually am a human being with thoughts and feelings. Just so you fucking know.
Actions from a decade ago. Okay, so if we're going to talk about the moral implications of that, the closest thing we have to morality in terms of this type of conversation would be practical uses of words, which would be in a legal or medical sense, rather than the literal nuts and bolts of the definition of words from the Oxford Dictionary. Because technically speaking, yes, bitch is a word we could use to describe a dog, but if somebody called my dog a bitch, I'd be kind of annoyed, because I don't really like that. Words take on new meaning over...
What? If someone called your dog a bitch, would you, like, freak out at them? What do you mean?
What the fuck are you talking about? Fuck you!
For time. With the law, though, that's not really a thing, because we actually have to have use for the words we're using, rather than just the strict reading of the word and its definitions. There are actual practical uses for the law, so that's why I'm advocating for, instead of using Oxford Dictionary, it'd be much more practical to use the law.
Or what the DSM-5 says.
You can say the law is not relevant all you want. Like I just explained as well, a reason for why we can't use the literal dictionary definition of words as a general understanding of where language is at today, unless we're willing to concede, though, that definitions do change over time.
Why can't we? Hold on, oh my god, you actually can't track a conversation. I never contended that they change. Oh, I'm not done. Yeah, I'm not done, uncle. So anyways, I never contended that they change over time. What I contended was your justification.
When you called me uncle, I just want to let you know that I am actually a human being, and that was a very hurtful thing to say. So
that's ageism, chud.
yeah, literally.
Which is why I was contending whether or not it's invalid to begin with. Obviously, a word is going to update with time in terms of its definition. I don't really see how that's relevant here. You made the argument that's invalid because it changes for these specific reasons, and you have failed to substantiate that it changes for those specific reasons. So I think we can just move on and use Oxford Dictionary because I've yet to see a valid argument for why it would be invalid.
All right, fuck it. Let's use Oxford Dictionary. Feel free.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Wait, just insta-concede after all of that? What? Wait, just meandering and pandering for fucking 16 minutes. And then he just, like, says one thing, and then he's like, yeah, you know what? Let's just fucking use the Oxford. Yeah. Okay, great.
So, I was just does someone want to read the definition?
What's the definition?
The Oxford Dictionary defines a pedophile as someone who is sexually attracted to children.
Yeah, Southpaw sexually attracted to children.
Was it 20, apparently?
Yeah, thankfully, I never made the claim that he currently is a pedophile. I said that he was one, which is what we're discussing.
Yeah, and that's completely medically inaccurate. You can't be attracted to children at one point and then you're like just suddenly no longer a pedophile.
Okay, thank you, Southpaw. So you're still a pedophile. Gotcha. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for playing. Like, great. Like, thanks for playing, man. That's great. Okay.
Your attraction absolutely can change.
Not to children. That's no.
Why, wait, hold on. What would be the relevant distinction here? Why could it not change for children?
I'm going off of what doctors who study this shit say. I'm not going to give you a white.
That's not answering the question.
Instead of an island for pedophiles, let's do it an island for all debate pedophiles. Actually, that I can come around to that one. Did you just hit yourself? What the fuck was that sound? Hey, you, Vic? What was that?
It wasn't me.
Wait, what?
I just heard like a smack sound, like a meaty, like.
Oh, damn.
What the fuck are you talking?
Okay, maybe I'm schizophrenic. I don't know.
Because like, well, hang on, because I am going to ask this as an outside party, because the wording was kind of confusing to me. Southpaw, you said that attractions can't change for children, but like I think his whole point is that the 16-year-old's still a child. Like if it were 20 and 15, that would be pedophilia, because of the 5-year age gap. Medically speaking, it would be. But like, would you say that someone's attractions at age 20 can change or not? It's like, well, no, I would still say they could change. I guess we'll work from there.
Yeah, that's the point. Again, I don't see why it's relevant whether it's a child or not. What you're attracted to can be changed. Like what?
So is an 18-year-old that is attracted to a 17-year-old a pedophile?
No.
Okay, so it sounds like the Oxford Dictionary definition isn't very reliable for you. So we have to go.
Hold on. Why does that contradict the Oxford definition?
18-year-olds not children by your definition, by your understanding?
I also deem an 18-year-old as a child.
What's not a child to you then? How you in your personal definition?
I don't know about that.
Anyone below?
I mean, like, I think we should probably rely on a legal definition for that, because I mean, then we're not going to get anywhere.
Like 20 or 21, like that would be a child.
20 or 21, so there's caveats, right?
Huh?
So there's caveats, right?
Yeah, there could be like specific.
Yeah, see, the problem with what he did there is he's now kind of like granting leeway so that this slimy little fuck can like come out of it and be like, yeah, well, there's caveats, right? So there was a caveat for the 16-year-old. She was really mature for her age, or like some stupid weird shit like that.
But even then, he's arguing technicalities. He's not.
That's true.
He's essentially still he's still admitting to being a weirdo, but not as bad as other weirdos.
Right. That's
right.
Okay.
He's still
That's a
going
fair
after
point.
jail bait.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
20 is included as 20 or 21, so it's under 21.
I was told you were 20.
I was 20, yeah.
Yeah, he was 20, so that's under 21. You mentioned 21 as a potential cutoff point. Now, you didn't give a concrete cutoff point?
21 or 20 would be an adult, yes.
Or 21.
Right.
You did say or 21.
So why is there like a sort of hang up on where...
It still would have just been like way stronger if he had just been like, we're going by legal definition of adult. But then I know that they would have pulled the whole thing of being like, well, you didn't like legal definition for pedophilia, so why don't you like legal definition of... Yeah, for what government? There's always a way to like squirm around. That's the truth. That's the unfortunate reality.
Specifically, we're nailing an adult or not an adult. Why is
because
there
what I'm saying is I think either of those are valid to call a starting point for an adult. I don't see a relevant distinction between 20 and a 21.
I think what they're trying to get at is that if it's valid to say that someone's an adult at 21, then by that logic, wouldn't Southpaw be considered a child at 20? Like just going by
wait, hold on, that's just not relevant to Mark because I'm saying that I think a 20-year-old is also a child. I understand if someone wants to say it's 21, that's why I said 20 or 20.
Oh, also, Kino, let me know if/when he joins the server so I can make sure to like verify him and get him in.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, so you're saying you understand if someone... Okay.
By your logic.
Yeah, I'm saying I understand if someone wants to say it's 21, but I think it's 20.
Yeah, so Southpaw was a child when that happened, according to your definition. It's not really Oxford's definition.
I just got here and said a 20-year-old is an adult, and he said
no.
To
clarify, he said he can see someone else thinking that. He's not saying that's.
I don't really care though, because like if we're talking about personal definitions, but you're also wanting us to use different definitions. Where are we using these definitions from? If you can arbitrarily define pedophile as 20, 21,
you didn't ask. You just simply asked me under my.
Hold on, you got annoyed with me for interrupting you earlier. Please stop. Thank you. Yeah. So if we're going to be arbitrarily defining where child and adult begins based on personal definitions, in my eyes, anyone under than 20, under 25 is a child. So a 25-year-old dating a 27-year-old is that a case of pedophilia? I mean, that's the issue with trying to use personal definitions. Pause. Please. Thank you.
I gave what you.
Come on. I'm sorry. Please just give me a second. Okay. So I'm a little bit weirded out by the fact that we're using personal definitions when personal definitions can be very much subject to who the individual person in question is. In my eyes, I'm say 33, right? I don't really look at dating, say, a 25-year-old as appropriate for me, right? I wouldn't call that pedophilia, but that's just personally what I'm not comfortable with. But
Yeah, because they're not a child.
That's called a
You
preference.
dumb fucking retard. Well, it's also like, I'm not going to call it pedophilia if I dated like a 25-year-old. Yeah, because it's not a child. Thank you. Very good.
You could theoretically say, like, oh yeah, we're going to use personal definitions for what constitutes as pedophilia and stuff. The issue with that is that you kind of open this whole thing up by, let's follow the dictionary's definition for this stuff. And unfortunately, to be able to substantiate the dictionary's definition, you have to use your own personal definition, which, do you not see how those are kind of contradictory?
We done? Yeah, I gave my personal definition because that's what you asked me for. You asked specifically, what do you deem as an adult?
Because you, before then, were saying that's not what I consider it. So I asked you for your definition. I'm giving you the ability.
We were talking about what makes a child. We never discussed the definition of an adult.
Actually, that is kind of relevant. If the definition.
This does kind of feel like agua isn't water. This does kind of feel like agua isn't water from Bosch. It's given vibes. I don't like it.
Which
I don't...
you dishonestly clipped and
no,
you weren't able to engage in. Yeah, I remember that.
Child is because according to the Oxford English.
I never said it wasn't relevant. Holy straw man of doom. What I said is that I was never asked for my definition of adult. He just said he asked under your own personal framework, what would you deem as an adult? I said 20.
Whoa. I didn't say that you didn't say that's relevant. I'm saying it is relevant. Calm down. Stop being upsetty spaghetti with me, okay?
There's no fucking way that you just said upsetty spaghetti in the Big 26. That's his catchphrase?
Like occasionally on streams.
I am filled with like an overwhelming disgust right now. Okay.
30-year-old man, by the way. 30
like,
years old.
Dictionary definition of adult is a person who is fully grown or developed. Now, modern science has, concluded that the brain is not finished fully developing until you are 25. So if we want to, play this game, technically anyone under the age of 25 is a child.
Well,
but obviously that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I don't believe that anyone under 25 is a child.
When I covered this on my stream, my co-host Jan made a good point that the brain never really stops developing. So this is kind of a moot point.
Yeah, the brain does never stop developing, and like it became so
what's the harm in refusing to acknowledge it?
Okay, well there's this like weird like pseudo misinformation that's come out of like that discourse where there's a very popular like factoid where it's like your brain stops developing at like 27 to 29 for men and 25 to 26 for women. That's actually not correct. It's just your brain development is less flexible. You have to do more work and you like do more to like change your neural pathways and stuff like that. But the neuroplasticity never fully stops, right? Like your development is never fully finished. It's just like kind of where the point at which it's pretty firm, right? It's unfortunate the way that it's kind of been jilted and used as like this definitive like age for when it stops, when it never really does.
I think like both of you are kind of overcomplicating this to a pretty wide degree. So, Pokery, why do you consider 20 to not be why do you consider that to be adult? For what reason?
One, I knew the 25 thing was going to get brought up as far as fully developed. That I don't even think there's anything credible behind that to say that someone is fully mature at 25. People have actually spent years on years debunking that specific article that uses that argument to begin with. At 20 years old, that's
even that article. The argument isn't that it's 25. It's that for men, it's actually like closer to 29 to 30. So I mean, either way, he's incorrectly quoting it in the first place. So I mean, it's just like you can't even use the argument correctly.
That's why I think you're old and mature enough to be making your decisions as far as like moving out, as far as
someone to kill you,
like driving a vehicle, not driving a vehicle, but like owning a vehicle, just owning property in general. Meanwhile, from ages like 0 to 19, you're just simply not mature enough to really be in those positions where you're owning property.
I want to just chime in really quickly and add that you kind of nuked your own point by saying, I think.
Can you shut the fuck? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Nobody wants you here, man. Holy shit.
You did actually kind of just nuke your freaking point by saying the word I think, so. Not sure if you're aware of what that means.
Yeah.
Can I highlight something?
I was asked for my thoughts.
To be fair, I did ask that.
Right, but if we're trying to hammer down some kind of a...
Pokey guy is here and waiting to be verified. Thank you, Speed Racer. Appreciate it, bud.
When you're asked for your thoughts, but they get your point nuked because you gave your thoughts.
I mean, this is just like, this is horrible, man. Like, this is just truly horrible. Guys, I can see you using AI to make me a woman in the chat. What's Poker going to think of this? He's going to think I'm some kind of freak, okay? What are you guys doing?
Please ignore the Discord messages of Himpleton adding everyone to say, make me a woman in the chat.
All right, I just tagged him and said to join live VC whenever he's ready.
Objective definition here, using
That's
your
not what we're
thoughts.
doing here.
Okay, well, then you're...
So let me ask this then. Well, hang on. Let me ask this. So, if that is just like a personal definition, right, and not like something that's concrete or universally, or definitively defined, then my question would be, why would you use that definition to make like a public statement?
What are you referring to? The definition of child?
Well, definition of pedophile to say that he has a record of pedophilia. Because if you're saying like if it's like a personal definition, why would you use that to make?
No, I'm saying the personal thing I gave was what I was simply asked for. I haven't given like the actual definition of adult.
All right, what do you think?
Gave, like what my own framework.
Okay, what do you think? Let's set aside personal definitions. What do you think the actual definitive definition is?
Fully grown, mature organism or person who has reached the age of majority and is legally and socially recognized as responsible for their actions.
Okay, and
20 is typically when you're legally and socially recognized as responsible for your actions.
I suppose
most people would agree. No, most people would agree.
I would probably say it was 18, but like for the sake of efficiency, because you can get into a lot of pitfalls. But 20 can be fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
is still...
this is another point I made in my stream covering this, but it sounds a lot like Destiny's position on it, which I only know because Ethan Klein took that and misconstrued it purposefully to make him look like a pedo. But yeah, Destiny's like that. Destiny's point is that even if you're like a legal age, you're still you should still be considered a kid because you don't actually have the same experiences a lot of adults have in like owning property, paying taxes, etc.
Yeah, so, I mean, and that's why I can like get around to what he's saying for sure. Like I don't like fully disagree with it. I just think my position would be like for the sake of the debate itself, because of how debate rapey these people are, that it would probably be better to say 18. But I can understand why he holds that position for sure.
Pretty much a child. Like dating someone who's fresh 18 is literally looked down upon in society if you're of a certain age.
That's true.
So what about like I guess 19? Like because someone at 19 could technically be.
I think 19's too young.
Well, 19 gets treated as less harsh than freshly 18, but socially it's still looked down upon if a 19-year-old is dating.
Well, no, I'm not asking that. What I'm asking about is like because you mentioned being like personally responsible or financially responsible, something like that. I can't fully remember.
I just wanted to say,
your point
I think
was
that
actually just nuked because you couldn't fully
if your age
remember.
begins with a 1, like it's a double digit.
So once again, you just said "I think," and I'm gonna have a problem with that.
Age begins with a 1. That's too young.
It's like this
I think
guy's
if
a
you
case of
are
brain
not even old
fog.
enough to drink, that's too young. That's my line. When I go looking for people to meet, date, whatever, I'm going to a bar where people who are under 21 cannot enter. When I'm
were you doing that
on
when you were
Hinge or whatever, my dating range.
Yeah, were you doing that when you're 20? Exactly.
My dating range is
16.
So I like that.
This is an
just personally,
experienced sexual
I would be
predator
speaked out by an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old being interested in me, even if it's
Wait,
doesn't have that. Like
Wait. Did he just say that he? Wait, I just caught that. So for his dating range, he goes to bars to pick them up. So he's picking up only drunk people.
Oh. Uh-oh. All right. Very bad faith, but
I usually enter the bar with a pill bottle on hand, and basically after I order drinks, I just slip some shit in there.
Don't worry, guys. It's Advil. Winks directly at the camera. Yeah.
Crack ensues.
I'm a regular. They call it the hot Cosby.
You should ask these guys if they want to go round 2 with you in the call. Oh my god, I would love to. But I doubt that they would want to talk to some rando like me.
Yeah, instead of a 3v1, it'll be a 3v2 with you and Poke.
No. I don't even. I mean, if Poke wants to be there, then he can be. But I would happily. I would happily just be like, bring all of your friends. I will. We can do like a 20v1. I'm more than happy because I mean, given like the median intelligence, of every single person that has agreed with the Southpaw guy so far, I am just completely unworried. Okay, like
if you're going for someone who's freshly 18, that's creepy. But like, there's also a
exactly just like Spectator's saying, I can take 20-minute once. That's right. Huh. I'm pretty badass.
There's a sort of mixture going on there because there's also people that go, well, they're legal and adults, so it's fine. I'm of the positions like if they're freshly 18. I mean, if their fucking age ends with the word teen, the
freshly
word
18,
that's too young. If they are not able to drink, that is too young. As for where I was at when I was 20, I never went to college. I hadn't moved out of the house at the point. I was homeschooled by an evangelical Christian family. I did not have a social life, a regular life as a teenager. I did not have an education worth dick. I was taught that the Earth was less than 7,000 years old. I was taught a lot of stupid bullshit in school that's left me with basically having to pick up the pieces and try to understand how the history of the world really works.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have personally cut ties with a close family member who
he's
has
filibustering,
that 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds can consent.
At 12 years old.
Why did you share that? Wait, hold on. Why would you ever voluntarily share that?
It's actually very important, Himpleton. You see, he can't stand the Earth being too old, but he likes his girlfriends really young.
I'm just so confused why you would say, yeah, a close family member of mine is just a pedophile. Like, why did you say that? Like, what is this?
Well, keep that in mind for when you watch the video.
I guess that's fair.
My family owns a daycare. Like that's gonna be the line. Just
Southpaw's like problem in a nutshell is that he is very parasocial with people online, and that he doesn't know when to shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Like the entire
Southpaw. Oh, that's so cooked.
Yeah, this is South Park.
Yeah, the entire reason he's having this debate is because he admitted to someone of his own free will that he, as a 20-year-old, he dated a 16-year-old. Why would you ever say that?
You know
True.
what? At least he didn't mean to send the CP. All right, that's okay.
Yeah, it wasn't on purpose.
It was an accident.
I just want to hear that line again because that is just such a brutal line, man.
The lead up is insane.
I've just never seen such a crazy cell phone like this.
Personally cut ties with a close family member who has tried to argue that 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds can consent.
Nobody asked, man. Like, truly nobody asked. Like,
I resent the implication
red herring.
that I am attracted to children. I have a history of being attracted to children as an adult.
Then why did you admit that you dated a 16-year-old when you were 20?
High school context.
High school context does not apply, buddy.
I was not fully grown at that point by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think that 20-year-olds are... I mean, I'll say this, Media Detective and TK...
Are they going to start arguing maturity gaps? Because I feel like this is the only way that you can probably proceed with this, given his argument.
Is this judgment? Is he gonna? Is this the reason why he's saying like, when I'm 21, I'll go to I won't even go to bars that are under 21. But is his justification gonna be like the 20 and 16 are in more of a similar maturity group? Because like that,
I swear to God, if he does, that is gonna like blow my mind a little bit. But it wouldn't entirely surprise me. I don't know.
Well, Pokri made a really good takeaway from like his arguments and in his video, because when you boil down to it, you can be an adult and date like a child if you're immature or raised by a Christian conservative family. That's essentially what he's arguing, even if he doesn't know it.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, are 20, and they're a lot more mature than I was when I was 20.
Whoa, wait. I need to see that one more time. I'm sorry.
Point by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think that 20-year-olds are... I mean, I'll say this, Media Detective and TK are 20, and they're a lot more mature than I was when I was 20.
Okay, I misunderstood that at first, and I thought he was saying that the 16-year-old was much more mature than he was. I was like,
to be fair, this guy's
Which is why I was attracted to them.
Well,
he's autistic, so it's okay for him to be like a pedophile. You're right, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, high school context.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, Jan and I made that same point in our stream. Your Honor, the 16-year-old is actually more mature than me, a 20-year-old, so therefore she groomed me.
Yeah, that's how it feels like we're like heading towards,
Classic reverse grooming. You hate to see it. Okay?
Yeah, like I mean, if I hear one more person try to make the like, I don't know. If I hear one more,
Your Honor, the child gave me fuck me eyes. So
yeah. Your Honor, did you see what she was wearing? Come on.
It's not my fault they were jailbird.
Yeah.
He has prey eyes and I have predator eyes.
Trust me, as the head administrator of r/jailbait before it was taken down, I can verify that this is indeed a phenomenon that goes on.
Okay, so why do you think 20-year-olds are not fully grown?
Because they don't have a fully formed prefrontal cortex. Scientifically speaking, objectively speaking, the brain has not stopped developing.
I don't know about this line of reasoning, because I feel like you can say this about, like, if a 20-year-old was with a 15-year-old.
Yep.
I mean, at that point, like, again, well, I stick with the DSM-5 definition, which goes with a 5-year or more age difference. So,
yeah, that's the same one that I go with.
Right, but I'm sure. Like, even just trying to use Pokri's, like, it's a definition that balances between either...
Your prefrontal cortex.
Thank you, Rotten Saturn, for subscribing. I appreciate it.
Sex typically doesn't stop developing until like your 30s to begin with. So I mean, I don't think that's a valid.
And also, Fias, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate it.
Maybe if we move it this way. So, Pokri, what compels you to use your definition over, let's say, what is medically stated?
Okay, well, in the definition, they go over the age of majority. The age of majority is typically 18 in most places. I think it's only 21 in, like, Alabama or some shit. It's only 21 in, like, one state, right? So it goes over that you have to be the age of majority, which would be 18. I agree you would have to be at least 18 to be considered an adult. And it also goes over when you are legally and socially recognized as responsible for your actions, which is why I brought up earlier the fact that 18-year-olds are still socially viewed as kids. 19-year-olds are still typically socially viewed as kids. 20 is when people start...
Can we play the Duck Bringer on Aiden's stream? It's relevant to what Southpaw said. I have no idea what you're talking about, bud.
I'm viewing you as a child. because at that point you're 20. People are expecting you to like move out the house, like get a decent paying job, like buy a car, yada. Like you're expected to do a bunch of adult things by the time you're 20.
Based on what society's expectation is, then, rather than anything more concrete or scientific.
It says when you're legally
okay.
social.
Society's expectation would typically be 18. Yeah.
Socially recognized for your actions. Legally, you're an adult at 18. Legally.
Yes.
Socially, I think, yes, 20 would be where you're considered an adult, which is relevant to the definition because it takes into account social norms.
Kind of depends, but yes, I would typically agree.
Pedophile.
I still maintain that I was not a very mature 20-year-old.
We make laws based
listen,
off of social
for
norms.
a lot of, like, I think that if
don't know why that would be like
correct.
a shocking concept.
That's why the age of consent has been raised over time. Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
Yeah. It's really a tedious argument, but it's like, okay.
If you're talking to someone who is going to college, is living on their own, yada, yada, I can totally understand that. You were talking to someone who had very arrested development, has quite a contentious relationship with his family for a number of reasons, that being not least of them. I don't like that I was homeschooled. I don't like that I was, raised into an evangelical Christian family. I don't like that I was taught, objectively wrong things about the age of the earth and, actual history.
Okay. Wow. Why are you saying this? What does this have to do with anything?
I'm sorry to hear that, but like I just don't see what this has to do with the conversation, though.
Thank you. Thank you.
About, why you would expect a 20 or 21-year-old to be considered an adult. I tried to give you some personal context, and you are just dismissing it out of hand, which
you're just shitting on me.
I'm kind of tired of splitting hairs over this definition, and I think that it's time to just bite the bullet and talk about this returning the energy cope that you gave for why you decided to pivot this from a conversation about a fucking superhero slop show to accusing me of being a pedophile.
We can get to that. I just want like a bookend. Well, hang on. I just want to bookend. Oh, hang on. I just want to bookend on like this very specific thing. So, Pokery, if you define pedophilia as if someone's 20, 16, fine, whatever, that's your personal definition. Would you say that just because Southpaw defines it by the medical definition and therefore he doesn't see it that way, would you concede that that's not evidence that he doesn't condemn his actions in the past?
Okay, wait, are you essentially saying you're basically asking do I believe he condemned? Do I think?
Yeah. Do you believe he condemned it in the past?
I mean, I don't know the guy. I don't really have any reason to believe or disbelieve that he condemns his actions.
Okay. What I'll say,
literally all I know about him is this information I was given.
Okay. At this point, I would say, is it a fair expectation to just kind of table that sort of, I guess that sort of response to Southpaw just to avoid drama like this moving forward? Is that a fair expectation?
I'm sure, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Here's the thing: if he says something of the level, then okay, I can't stop you. I get it. If it's just mutual energy against each other, but that can get into.
If I start defending Lolicon.
Yeah, if he started doing something like that, I could see you bringing it up. Maybe if he went after something you did in the past that you're not proud of, then you do the same thing. I get that context. Basically, what I'm trying to communicate here is let's try to avoid needless drama or escalations. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like a shocking, brutal, and sort of extreme thing to go to when you're talking about superhero stuff. I get it if you don't agree with Southpaw standard and stuff for media, that's fine. But kind of a wild thing to bring up over a fucking bullshit comic book debate.
It's funny to justify it or try to suggest
Wait, you're saying that you basically started with someone going Superman sucks. Aren't you a fucking pedophile?
Yes.
Well, no, it actually it started with over a fire extinguisher debate, whether or not the velocity of a fire extinguisher would kill someone from a height in Daredevil, and and it ended up with Southpaw calling someone retarded, and then they called him a pedophile in response.
Dude, wait, chills.
So it started with just a stupid back and forth superhero debate, but then that's sounding like Southpaw kind of threw the first punch of
counter argument. You're a pedophile.
Going into weird ad homs. So
yeah,
I don't know. You shouldn't be too surprised when somebody claps back, I would say.
It was because I was calling people retarded, right? But the funny thing is that you posted a meme asking date or mental retardation when I said that Daredevil is not, Matt Murdock is not an absolute when it comes to the no-kill rule. So apparently it is okay to, either imply or say that someone is being a retard over some spat over a TV show. That is a very far cry from calling them a pedophile.
I mean, yeah, if I had any dirty laundry, I'd expect someone to air it out if I called them a retard.
I mean, I'd say that the fact that you only chose then to air it out indicates that you don't have an argument, and you were desperate to find something to get just get out of arguing the merits about whether or not this person was being a retard. If someone is arguing with me about whether 2 + 2 equals 4, if they're trying
okay, wait, hold on. What? I don't know why you
know it equals retard, they can go, yeah, well, you dated a 16-year-old when you were 20. Shut the fuck up and let me talk.
Real quick.
Poker said that unfortunately he has to feel something in his community, but he says that he appreciates the kind words.
Yeah, that's totally fine. That's totally fine.
I was being told by
like another pedophile is fucking with.
Yeah.
And then I was shown tweets of you talking to like PJ and Kava, like how you were talking. I was like, okay, like. So then that was when I said something. I was gonna just leave it when you
Was I calling you a pedophile in those tweets, right? Was I calling you a pedophile in those tweets?
Well, I mean, you can't do that to me because
Did I call you a pedophile? But did I call you a pedophile in those tweets?
Well, yeah, that's the difference between you and me. I've never dated a child, so you wouldn't be able to.
Did I call you a pedophile in those tweets?
Exactly though, right? Like,
regardless of intention.
Did I call you a pedophile? No, because I'm not. Like, I mean, yeah, there you go.
Look, you can't bring it up because I already like feel bad about it, and it's in the past, and I condemn it. So you can't bring it up when I call you a retard. Like,
You know what would be classic?
She's not 16 anymore, Chud.
It would be so classic if he does the classic, like,
I already atoned for those actions. I've already made up for them.
yeah, that's
Listen,
what.
she already forgave me.
She actually messaged me the other day. We're good friends.
My parents gave me permission.
That's my wife now, by the way.
You went from simply,
she lets me hang out with her younger sister.
trying to debate.
We got
Southpaw
married when she turned
debating
18,
Nuclear annihilation
so.
button.
Just say I'm
this
a
is
bit of a
not a matter of returning the energy.
Yeah, the retard talking right
going
now is media
full
detective, by the way.
Oh, great. Yeah, I can tell that he's a little slow.
Mode on Southpaw for literally no reason. You have to understand that.
Yeah, if he called you a retard, I think the proper thing to respond if you want to return the energy is call him a retard back.
Call me a retard.
Sure, he would be,
Oh my god, what are you talking about? He did an ad-hom, you do one back. Who fucking cares? Like, oh my god. You
got
thin-skinned
skeletons in your
fucking
closet,
pussy, dude.
You're on the internet. Things are gonna be used against you. Like
get the fuck over it,
on,
man.
bro.
Get the fuck over it. Like, Jesus Christ. Just pathetic.
That's fine. That's fine. Like, you'd be able to take
when that happened,
going for like the most unrelated,
chills.
ridiculous thing like that. It's so
Also,
unnecessary.
with Nazi propaganda, mind you, because they got mad that I was calling.
I'm sorry.
Nazi propaganda.
What the fuck are you
Fine,
talking
you'd be able
about?
to take that. Going for like
As I think
the
we're
most
losing the plot a little
unrelated,
bit.
ridiculous thing like that. It's so
Also,
unnecessary.
with Nazi propaganda, mind you, because they
What
got mad that I was
did
calling
Daredevil do?
apologists for being rape apologists.
Well, he's Captain
So,
America,
there's
you
context
see.
for why this was even released in the first
Okay, so we've got rape apology, we've got Nazi propaganda. Okay, we just got the whole fucking box. Okay, cool.
We got
pedophile, like, yeah, pedophiles in my family. Like, I didn't like being taught that the Earth was too
Earth is
young or
7,000
something.
years old.
Yeah, like, I mean, this is just
I'm sure you don't care
ridiculous.
about that at all.
I mean, no, I care about rape victims. I just don't see the context of how we got leaked.
It's a guy who's in the EFAP fan base who got
This is
mad at
someone.
him.
This is someone. This
But,
is someone
like-
who was trying to smear SK, who was trying to smear me because we pointed out that EFAP victim blamed a rape victim. That's how this whole thing originates.
Well, I don't
From a
really
TV
know or
show.
care about EFAP to even like.
From a TV show?
Yeah, that's what that 6-hour video was like in reference to. Like, they didn't agree with a plot point in the show, so he called them rape victims. No, rape apologists, not rape victims. Sorry.
Okay. The Southpaw guy's awesome, man.
Well, this is the problem with this type of chud propaganda, right? Is they can dig up something that looks bad about someone, release it.
God, okay.
Awesome though.
And then
Okay.
I'm gonna make
victim
a shirt for
blaming.
that.
I know. The problem with chud propaganda. That needs to be a video. That sounds like a great remnant, or not remnant. That sounds like a great Anthony Gramegula title for a video, honestly. The problem with chud propaganda. Does that not sound like a Gramegula title? Come on.
As you can see, these white wingers are talking about.
Dude, I'm gonna tell. Where was that energy when you were actually debating the guy, dude? That's unfortunate.
But did you guys pick up on the fact that he's calling it Nazi and chud propaganda when the source is himself? That he was 20 and dated a 16-year-old.
Right. Like, I mean, I think he's just really retarded, and so when he's saying like propaganda, what he actually means is like, what's it called? Like tactics. I think that's what he's trying to say, which is still stupid. It's like, what do you mean it's a Nazi tactic? Like, are you fucking
I thought
retarded?
you were gonna say something more basic, like things I disagree with.
I mean, fair. But what he's talking about here, it like right after that he says, "Oh, well, what I'm talking about is when people like dig up stuff when they say something that you don't like." And it's like, I don't understand how that's a Nazi technique, but okay. Like, that's
It's no
just
longer about
I mean, if anything, what you're referring to
There's
is
a
a smear
startling
tactic.
amount of Nazis that.
I mean, what he'd be referring to still incorrectly, but I think what he's trying to say is he's talking about smear tactics, which is still just not even what's happening here. But okay.
The fact that they allowed a grooming victim to be exploited for some group of terminally online degenerates' personal gain at the expense of the person that you were calling a pedophile, mind you. The wrongful expense, I should say, because
Bless
actually
you.
was the only person doing anything right, by that grooming victim. Believe it or not, weird for someone who is supposedly a pedophile. You
dated her. What did you do right by her? You dated her.
I didn't.
Wait, what?
I
didn't hear what was said.
SK is claiming that I dated Kira.
I
Apparently.
mean, actually, legally, if you guys had sex, you were raping her. Like, I mean, that's literally what statutory rape is. But okay. Yeah, for sure, Chad.
Well, what if the age of consent was 16?
For sure, soy. That's what I'm gonna start saying to you. South soy.
Because he doesn't understand what I was talking about.
No, yeah, he meant Kira.
This is about a completely different person.
No, yeah, different person.
There was a grooming victim who was exploited by a group of EFAP fans for their personal gain at my expense, even though I did everything right by Kira. I never dated Kira. Stop being upsetty spaghetti and stop jumping to...
Dude, if he says it one more time, I'm gonna have to like start.
I did not date any minors.
I'm gonna have to end stream if he says it.
If he says it one more time, I'm pulling a skitty. I'm telling you. Okay. I'm joking about brigading his channel and saying that everyone should report it, which I would never do. I would never do, to clarify.
Yeah, obviously, what he means is killing all white people. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm really talking about. Is killing all white people. That one's good. That one's good. I like that.
They're not away. So.
We love that.
Pokery, can I ask you something? Hold on, Southpaw. Can I ask you something, Pokery? Would you agree that before this VC, you didn't really know any of the context surrounding Southpaw and this incident that happened over 10 years ago? Would you agree with that?
I was told that he dated a 16-year-old at 20.
No, he knows the context. I gave it with TK.
I've known about this for a while.
Let me clarify my question. When you made your original tweets, did you know any of the context surrounding Southpaw?
Yes. Yeah, that he dated a 16-year-old when he was 20.
Again,
he grew
same answer, buddy. He already gave it to you.
Okay, but would you agree that it's better to ask Southpaw what the context is?
He's trying. Can you believe this? He's trying so fucking hard to like find a different answer when it's literally just gonna be the same thing every time.
He was media detective, by the way, so that makes it so much more fun here.
Yeah, he's got his fucking magnifying glass.
So, would you agree that it's better to ask for context or not, Chud?
Well, what,
like,
I mean, not to like sweep here, but why would you ask like someone that you already think is a pedophile the context of like how valid like the pedophile stuff is?
Well, but on top of that too, it's like the guy said that he had the context, and then he's like,
okay, well, 2 days before making the tweet, did you have the context? How about 7 days?
and it's like, why? The point is that when he made it, he had the context. You fucking retard. We can end it on that. Like, Jesus.
Surrounding that situation before you go ahead and make an accusation like that.
One thing is that this was a
it's Nazi propaganda that you dated a child.
Would you agree that it's best to get all the context before you make an accusation like that?
He got the fucking
how much
context already.
Wait. How much more do you need than the guy admitting to it?
Until he understands to not criticize him for it anymore. Apparently.
Well, I mean, but Kino, the other problem here is the fact that the media retard is essentially like implying that there is a context in which it's actually fine for a 16-year-old and a 20-year-old to date.
No, you see, most casuals miss this interpretation on their first watch of this debate.
Well,
as you can see,
Southpaw, let me sit you down for a second and ask you a question. What was she wearing?
Like that's what I'm ready for here. Like,
what other context do I need?
Did you hear what she was saying?
I don't know. The context of Southpaw's mindset at the time. The context of
he has that.
I don't. Wait, hold on. I don't really. Yeah, one. I knew about his at the time. I just don't.
What was his mindset at the time?
Wait.
How bad did he want to smash the 16-year-old?
Yeah. What if he was desperate?
But wait, the guy just said, I don't know. Like, so where's like the nerdy voice being like,
don't you realize that you just nuked your whole point by like?
Yeah, I need that guy who earlier said like,
you said think, and that really undermines you.
Don't deem it as a valid excuse. Like, what the fuck?
Hold up, like, so what is the relevance here? I thought we were talking about if it's proportionately returning the energy. That's what this was about. I don't know why we're on about this. Like, stick with the It's not. We're talking about proportionality. So, proportionately, Pokery, why did you think that was okay to respond with? Like, just explain that, and then proceed from there.
I'm sorry. Fucking Liam said some bullshit chat. Okay, so basically, I mean, I guess the only way I can explain it is just to put my mindset on I guess I don't fucking know. But literally, just my mindset was all I know about this guy is that he dated a kid when he was 20, whatever. So like already like don't really see any reason to like show him any respect or like him in any way. So then I see him like talking crazy to two people who I consider to be friends. So that was like, okay, fuck it. I was bring it up.
Based.
Riveting logic.
I'm trying to desperately sweep your Southpaw so hard.
I'm trying so hard not to say anything against TOS right now. I'm trying so hard. Okay. Have you guys... Okay, here's just like a question that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Okay? This has nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now. Have you guys ever seen that scene in Game of Thrones where the Mountain is fighting Oberon, and then he like literally like smashes his head in like a pumpkin, and it like splats like a puddle. It's a cool scene. That's a cool scene, man.
Is that what Poker is doing to Southpaw?
That's what I wanted to do to the media detective, if I'm just being completely straight up. But I would never do that, and I do not condone that, okay? But my God, is he insufferable. Orders not received, exactly. Good job, Sprite. Sprite got it.
If someone I didn't like beat a woman and said something that was like...
So what you're trying to say... So I guess what you're saying is this is the version of John, whoever the fuck, wife beater?
John Del Rose?
Like, is that how you... Yeah, I guess that's what your perspective is. It's like that guy?
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy going on about Supergirl constantly, and every time he talks shit, people say like, "Oh, you beat your wife." Every time he says something like inflammatory, "Oh, you beat your wife."
It was essentially just the same as that. I mean, like he's being like hella rude to two people I fuck with. So I was like, okay.
Well, okay, I don't think that they necessarily said that they were cool with it. I think they're just trying to make sure that they understand the logic.
But by your definition, under 21 can also be a kid.
No, my definition was under 20. I said I could see how someone could say.
20 or 21.
I explained it.
We did explain that
6 different times. I explained like 5-6 different times as it's under 20, but I'll add in 21 because I can understand how someone else could see it that way.
Yeah, he did say
So
someone
what
else.
about understanding Southpaw when he was 20, or understanding the families involved back then who would probably also see it in a similar way?
I mean, I just don't see how that's relevant to the fact that he dated a kid, which would make him by definition a pedophile. Like you can give all the
again, like
I'll just say that you could see why other people could see someone as under 21 as
They actually
child,
sold her to me.
20 as a child. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
yeah. I don't see what that's to do with education.
Wait, also, what kind
Let's get back to it.
No, because like, what kind of fucking rebuttal is that? It's like, well, didn't you just say you could see someone who's like 20 and under as a child? So like, would you be perfectly fine with a 20-year-old and a 2-year-old dating? Like, what the fuck? What kind of fucking logic is that?
It's so fucking retarded. It's getting painful.
Fucking stupid.
Remnant is saying
painful.
Skitty deleted your comment on the YouTube post apparently, but I'm just assuming it got hidden. That's my assumption.
I fucking media
see.
reviewers when trying to debate, bro, dude, it's awful.
Because I doubt it. I think your comment must have just got auto hidden because YouTube does that.
But I didn't say anything inflammatory. I didn't say any slurs.
It doesn't matter. Sometimes YouTube.
It's still
does
showing
that
up for
anyway.
me.
Well, yeah, but because it's hidden, meaning you still see it, but it's not.
But
like
people
deleted
responded
outright.
to it. But people
Well, then I don't
responded
know what
to it.
Remnant's
Vic.
talking about.
Yeah.
Don't commit hate crimes. What is this response? I say, this is gross. You're essentially encouraging more reports, but too afraid to outright say it now. And then they respond, don't commit hate crimes. I don't know. Seems pretty easy peasy to me. But my mama raised me to respect others, so I don't get why that'd be hard to grasp. Oh, they're agreeing with me. Okay. Or are they disagreeing with me? I can't tell. What does this even mean? What are they trying to say here? What's the argument? Am I retarded?
This. We
They're
need
talking.
to be able to break it apart.
You are retarded. They're talking about the artist. They're saying the art is a hate crime against the creator. That's how stupid these people are. They're saying the art of them holding him by the neck is a fucking hate crime. Because whatever. I don't. I'm lost on this one, man.
I'm going with the soy response, so they feel bad about themselves.
For me, it is gone. Yeah, I don't know, Remnant. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why it's...
Sort by new, Remnant.
Try not being a fucking dumbass, Remnant.
And I'm looking at No, wait, never mind.
Okay, how about this? I said, I feel like calling this art a hate crime is enormously insulting to the countless minorities who have actually gone through such hardships.
Let's just see it real quick.
I guess that's just me, though.
This is the hate crime. Because
This is a hate crime,
it
guys.
has the F slur in it, right?
This is a hate crime. I always love when people do like the megalib arguments to just use like megalib logic back at them. I think that that's very effective, and it usually freaks people out.
They're going to reinforce the claim that it is a hate crime because it has the F slur in it. Why?
I know. They're going to chimp. They are going to ape. They are going to freak out. Yes, yes, yes. We know. Disgusting little freak.
Why do you think that was like too much as a retaliation? Like, just get back to that.
Yeah, you know what? Actually,
You're asking me. See.
You know what? When Sprite put it that way, I actually understand now. This art is the equivalent to George Floyd's death. That's actually, yeah. I'm so fucking sorry. George Floyd.
I thought you were going to say George Floyd.
George Floyd.
Yeah, your side. Like, why do you think it's too much of a retaliation? Any of you could answer.
Because it is irrelevant to what was being discussed.
So is calling him a retard.
It's irrelevant.
But to be fair, you could say the same thing about John beating his wife. Like, that's technically irrelevant, but...
True.
Why does the detective...
I'm not saying I think they're the same. I'm saying, like...
What'd you say?
Why does the detective kind of sound like Karn? I don't like that.
That's insulting to Karn.
Don't
go
ever
back.
say that about
No,
Karn
go back.
again.
You'll hear it. Like,
That's
listen to you say
irrelevant.
it's
You'll
irrelevant.
hear it, bro.
It's irrelevant.
But to be fair, you could say the same thing about John.
I kind of hear it.
on
Yeah.
beating his wife.
Yeah,
That's technically irrelevant,
shut your
but
fucking mouth, face.
Well, yeah, I know.
It's still an insult
we need
to
like
Karn,
more
though.
reasoning.
What, Dick?
I'm trying to. Well, hang on. I'm trying to explain it so we can
jerk.
get the best responses possible.
Is that-
the
is that
reason
the
he was
colloquial
I'm bringing this comparison is because that's how poker sees it in that situation. Oh, someone's talking shit. All right, let me bring up this dumb thing they did before.
Okay. Sure.
But yeah, I'm just trying to make sure the perspective is clear, so you can contend with it.
I mean, if someone personally thinks that a 30-year-old dating a 22-year-old is pedophilia, I like that just doesn't really matter. It's like, okay, you have a personal definition of pedophilia that isn't actually, it's actually rather contended with.
Wait,
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, you're going by your own personal definition, right?
No, I abided by
Hear that,
Oxford's
Harrison? You're fucked.
definition.
What? I don't know what what are you waffling about right now? What's going on?
That's what I was talking. I just heard that. I was like, what?
The personal definition of pedophilia
It's actually
thing?
rather contended with.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, Pokery's based as fuck. I'm glad he's in my server now. Like, this is awesome. I love how he's just like, there are just these moments in this debate where he just like goes full like out of debate character and he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's awesome. That's awesome, man.
I mean, how many times are they going to be on the point of like, that was an irrelevant ad hominem? Like,
Dude, they are looping so badly with that shit too. Like, it's just so fucking annoying, man. Like, it's like, we get it. You're trying to find some fucking perceivable excuse for you saying this like retarded shit, but there isn't one. Okay, I'm sorry, little soys.
Your own personal definition, right?
No,
I'm only saying little soys too. I want to make that clear that I find like language like that very cringy, but the only reason I'm saying it is because of the fact that these people are continuously calling Pokery a chud, and like they're the types to be like, yeah, chud, yeah, chud. Okay, so I mean, I think it's only appropriate that you call these people soys back. Okay.
By Oxford's definition.
You're of an adult?
Yes, I read out Oxford's definition and explained. Huh?
Oxford defines adult as under 20 or 21.
Do you need me to read it out again?
Well, to be fair, so just so we're all tracking, right? Just so we're all tracking, right? Because I think both of you are mixed up. So when we brought up the Oxford thing, it led to adult dating child, and we got into the definition of adult. Pokery said someone who is socially and legally considered an adult, right? And Southpaw's response to that is, socially speaking, he was like, because of his circumstances, he's not a very mature 20-year-old. That's what he said, something like that.
That's
how were you?
very,
Hold on.
it's not a good
I guess we can get into the specifics of that.
Just
How were you?
incredible defense.
I literally spelled it out and asked
no, because like if we're gonna go with that logic,
The only thing you really
then
did was give like your
you would be
religion.
defending that more than just 20 and 16. Like that's such a stupid rabbit hole to go down. Because like, we'll hit the mentality of a 16-year-old. Well, then would you find it okay to date a 15-year-old at the age 14? Like, how much are you gonna justify it because of your stupid fucking childhood?
Look, I had bad circumstances when I was 20 and she was 8, and look, we moved past it. We grew. She grew up, actually, but...
Yeah. That's just so real.
His beliefs in the fact that you were like staying at home and you were
Chill.
homeschooled. You didn't explain how you were like immature.
Yeah, that greatly stunted my emotional and social maturity.
In what ways?
Fuck.
Not having a lot of friends, not having a lot of experiences like in the real world, being very sheltered.
I mean, when I don't have friends,
not
so I'm
having
literally a
I don't think
pedophile.
that my family taught me a very strong sense of right and wrong. Again,
stupid
harbor a
fucking
good bit of resentment towards
child.
them over numerous things. That
so true.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Just no one would just take that excuse in general. Like that's such a
No.
fucking
hell no.
Like, can you imagine?
We're
like,
forgetting,
just,
they're in a Discord call.
yeah, well, just picture like
They're in
a
Reddit
VR
Nation.
chat or try to justify it right now. It's like I'm
They're in
very
Kelton land.
antisocial. It's okay. Like I'm very stunted. I'm literally age regressive.
I'm really stupid and nobody likes me.
Yeah, Bungless is saying that he doesn't see the comment either.
Okay, so
I
you're saying
guess it's
because you
just
weren't really taught
YouTube
what was
being
right or
weird.
what was wrong.
That's so weird because it's like, why will people respond to me?
What if
So-
they hit it after the responses?
Oh, so that people can like ratio me and then they're hiding it? That's really weird.
In the right way, like in what sense? Like you're being very vague right now.
Well, for instance, I mean, conservative Christian family. So, for instance, they thought that being gay was wrong. So that's one way in which they totally fucked.
And
up
by the way,
there.
guys, but it's just so you know, I don't think that's wrong. But yeah,
my oldest brother was 19 when he met his wife. She was 15 at the time. This is a thing that was normalized to me, and I was 7 at the time.
What?
I'm sorry, gonna need to hear that one more time. That was a little bit insane.
They totally fucked up there.
Keep
My
that in mind for the video.
Okay.
Oldest brother was 19 when he
Keep that in
met his
mind.
wife. She was 15 at the time.
That's
Just remember this. Remember this for future context.
okay, bro.
I need like the fucking like gunshot sound effect for that one. I mean, that's just like. Lynch is like a fucking vine boom
This
right
is a
there.
thing that was normalized to
Okay.
me, and I was 7 at the time.
Trust me. Just hang on to that.
Okay.
Oh wait, okay.
I mean, it's gonna be hard for me to forget that one, Kino. Don't worry. Like,
don't see how morality dictates maturity. Like, that's not really answering the question. Like, yeah, like sure, you had incorrect morality given that your brother was a pedophile and fucking.
Right. So is that an
really
excuse?
thought that homophobia was wrong, but by this logic, anyone who's homophobic shouldn't be deemed as an adult, and anyone who's into kids shouldn't be deemed as an adult. Like,
I'm giving you a couple of examples here.
Yeah, but the specific examples you're giving don't lead to anything. They're non sequitur.
Because you're being obtuse. You're a dishonest piece of shit. That's all.
Whoa! I thought at the beginning of all of this,
Moderator, we said we're not going to do that. I'm confused.
I don't do because I literally spell it out and Poker pretends to not understand it. So
by your
I don't
own
have
logic,
anything that I can say after that.
By your own logic, it's literally logically impossible to substantiate the premise that a pedophile or a homophobe should be considered an adult. I do not see how illogical that is.
No, that's not the argument I was making. That's a straw man.
Okay, so I would propose examples of how you were immature, and the only two that you gave was that you were
I'm eating a
homophobic
sandwich
and that
right
your
now.
brother was a pedophile.
Southpaw, come
so
on.
Yes, by your own logic, is A, impossible for pedophiles to exist, because I guess by this definition, it's impossible for a pedophile to be an adult, which is so circular to begin with. And B, you don't think homophobes should be considered adults.
You asked for examples, and I gave you 2 examples. How many examples do I
Okay,
need?
wait, hold on.
How many examples do I need to give?
Hold on.
How many examples do I need to give?
we've reached full, just like
I don't
retard.
even know what his point is. I don't even know what his point is.
Yeah, if you agree that those are the only 2 examples that you gave, that's impossible for you to make the claim that I'm straw manning or misrepresenting.
As if those are the only examples I could possibly have. It's just I didn't give them. How many examples do I need to give?
Give any example that would lead to the conclusion that you're immature. The only ones you gave are non sequitur as fuck. They don't lead to anything. And then you made the dumbass claim that I was straw manning you because your slow ass can't give a proper example of how you're immature at 20.
Oh.
I mean, you're calling me slow, but you think that it is okay to call me a pedophile because I called someone that you're friends with a retard.
No. Don't get it twisted. The reason he called you that is because you dated a 16-year-old at 20. All right, please.
Of course you don't, because you got dropped on your head when you were a child.
What if they? Yeah. Okay, that one was too far. He would kind of win if he said that.
Okay, back to the argument.
He should have countered like why specifically.
Let's just. Why is Iron Man? How the fuck did he get roles? I'm disconnecting you.
Why did?
Because he's not involved. He doesn't belong here. I don't know who fucking gave him roles.
Yeah, so can you give the examples?
What the fuck? That was a weird interaction. What the fuck was that?
There's a guy who came in when he wasn't supposed to. This is
Was
supposed
it-
to be like only these guys.
Okay.
It's Poker's friend. Yeah, he's in the chat
I was
right
about to
now.
say. I was literally about to say because I was assuming that it was one of Pokery's friends, but they want it to be some weird like fucking gang rape against Pokery, who instead is just like stabbing all of them and holding his own. Okay.
I mean, okay, so here's what I will say, right? I feel like all of the things that were brought up as far as his background, you could technically say this about, let's say, I don't know, someone who's 22 years old and has the same experiences and nothing much has changed, but then they're dating like a 15-year-old, right? I feel like you could give the same logic here. And I think that's what
you
Poker's trying
about someone who's close to 30 and in the same circumstances. Like, I don't see how this leads to the conclusion that you're immature.
I'd like to just, as a somewhat separate thing, this might seem a little bit unrelated, but I do think it's sort of warrants being brought up. I just wonder, Pokery, you are aware SK is friends with Southpaw, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay. Are you comfortable being friends with someone who's friends with a pedophile?
When have I ever argued that he's currently a pedophile?
He has.
Friends with someone who's formerly. I mean, if you're willing to use pedophile.
So
as something
Hempleton,
to
you
describe
see
Southpaw,
what the line of argumentation is going,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
He's essentially giving him an ultimatum. Either you stop viewing him as a pedophile or you leave this community. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, that's.
But I never described him as a pedophile. I never did that. I did it. No,
All right.
That's absolutely impossible. I don't fucking care if it's a joke.
Well, that's
common. That's absolute code.
Hang on. Just making.
You are one to talk.
Wait, hold on.
What the fuck is happening
all
right
these, this is me literally just being facetious to bait you because I knew you would chimp out over it too. It's because to my knowledge, the 16-year-old is probably the last like actual romantic experience you ever had. So
he's raping. He's in rape.
So yeah, I mean, yeah. Just to be fair, I think this is really a joke. When I read this at the time, I assumed that this was a joke. I feel like this could be how do I explain this? If someone were to make fun of like I don't know, Comic Legends' old production quality with GCMR when he used to stream, and it was just the entire page of Watch Together, right? And someone makes a joke saying. And someone makes a joke saying, anyways, Comic Legend, I'm going to stream on an actual format, that is professionally looking. Maybe you should take notes from that, just because they're making fun of his old content. Like, I don't think that then means that person thinks in their heart of heart,
fuck are
his
you
content was
talking
always
about?
the same like that. He never changed anything. Like that. That's not really the same thing. Like I even when I read this, I assumed, okay, this is probably some
Not to
joke.
mention, even though I don't even fucking know you, I've literally been in VCs with SK where he's explained it to me, and I said, okay, it was probably one in the past. I can acknowledge it's probably not one at the moment. That still doesn't mean I have to like or respect you. Like you still did
Fair.
that in your past.
Fair, real.
Yeah, wait, real quick, Templeton and everyone else on the call. Do you think SK is a biased moderator against Pokery?
It hasn't seemed like it.
Okay,
It doesn't
because
seem like he's trying to like purposely sway to one side.
because Southpaw after this call said that SK was biased towards Pokery.
Towards Pokery?
Dude, honestly, yeah,
No, I don't
Really?
feel that way at all.
Seems very fair. I don't know.
Yeah, it seemed like
Like,
it was
the only,
very fair.
Yeah, the only way I would say it kind of like sways a little bit is like there's some people just making dumb sweeps for.
Does he think it's swaying because SK is basically further explaining what Pokey's trying to contail or
Yeah,
convey?
like I feel like that's what it is. He's literally just trying to explain the position a little bit better to Southpaw, who he knows, right?
He
and so he
somehow
knows how
takes
to
that
like
as him
explain
being
it better.
fucking biased.
Right. That's so fucking retarded, dude. Okay.
14, by the way.
Also, if I can kind of give an opinion on something, because that's what CC said about being friends, like SK being friends with Southpaw, I think that's kind of different as well, because even if like Pokery did know about that, or like anyone else did know about that, and it did rub them the wrong way, I think it like if SK's kind of friends with them, that's not really his like anyone else's business.
Sprite says, I think SK needs to fix whatever it is that's leading him to back all these wrong horses. Yeah, I don't know. The track record's not doing too great there.
Like, of course, someone like him would disagree with that, but of course that's just them, you know, like that's their circle. They don't want to mix business with.
If you think that someone being friends with that supposed pedophile is a problem, it should be a problem.
We currently think that. Yeah, one, I don't think you currently are one. I do believe pedophiles can be reformed and changed. And two, I mean, I can just air this out since it's relevant to the combo. It's not like I haven't brought it up to SK and I have an issue that you're in the community. Like, I have brought it up.
Well, he said he's fine with it under the condition that, like, you know, that he's like changed in the past.
There's also no such thing as a former pedophile. Pedophiles don't change. Your entire perception is based on.
Oh my god! Did we already go over?
Guys, I'm still a pedophile. That's what he's saying right now. Like, why would you make that argument?
I still like children.
Yes, I never changed. Stop. Like, what is this? Why would you ever say that? What do you do?
You know what? There are attractions when it regards a child, but like the 16-year-old still a
me? Fuck no.
Okay, but you said that. Then what are you talking about? Then what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
It's almost as if you get older, your taste changes.
Yeah, it's like, what are you fucking? Oh my god.
When I was a kid, I was attracted to people my age. Now when I got older,
Right.
well,
Yeah,
it didn't
exactly.
change, but
Yeah, exactly.
But it should have.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Your childhood crushes in elementary school, you still have them.
Right. Like, I mean, it's just like, okay.
But I wasn't even. But I was okay. I was 20 years old. I was not a fully developed adult.
To older people.
So do you not think a 20-year-old fucking a 13-year-old
what
is
do
a
you
pedophile?
mean by that?
Well, there's a pretty substantial age difference with that.
No,
I'm really fond of my.
I go out of the DSM-5's definition, which would go with an age difference of 5 years or more. Yes, I would think that person is a pedophile.
Okay, so do you not?
A 4-year
agree
age
that?
difference
Okay,
is not pedophilia.
Hold on, I don't really care. That's not relevant to the question I was asking. So do you not agree or disagree that the 20-year-old, since you claim 20-year-old,
Why did you just do like the fucking Shaquille O'Neal goblin laugh?
Over time and stop
Obviously, because I speak from experience.
Okay, dumbass, you just conceded a pedophile can reform.
No, the thing is that I'm not. Okay, you can pretend that I did that all you like because you're going on.
You just did that. What you literally just did.
Oh man, you just. All right. Okay.
Whoa. Stop coming. Stop coming.
Right, well, okay. Whether or not medically speaking you can change or not, like I don't even know. I probably have to research it because you both keep giving conflicting ideas. But like, regardless, we're talking about Pokery's perspective and what he thought at the time. Like that's the focus here. So that's relevant to whether or not he was making the specific accusation you're saying he made.
Yeah,
like that's entirely relevant here about the whole friends thing.
Just to go over the point, I started off asking, is a 20 and 13 a pedophile? You agreed to that and said yes, so we agree that the 20-year-old in this context is a pedophile. You then proceeded to concede that the 20-year-old could grow up and change. Yes, you did. You said yes to that. Yes, you did.
Wait, hold on. I might have misheard you.
No, I don't think 20-year-olds are pedophile for
13.
20 and 13.
Okay, hold on.
I think it's 12.
I thought you said 16. Right? Because when I said, because I speak from experience, I was talking about a 16-year-old. I misheard what you said. No, I think that if you're 20 years old and you find a prepubescent child attractive, no, I don't think that you can grow past that. There is a serious problem. Okay, again, I'm going off of the DSM-5's definition.
I don't fucking care, bro. I want an actual.
I know you don't care about what actual doctors say. I know that you don't care about what actual doctors say because it's inconvenient to your argument. I understand. I understand that you want to baby rage at me when I appeal to what actual experts who know a lot more about.
Oh my God. Yeah, babies are fine.
Pedo is very fascinated with babies. Very interesting.
Wait. Yeah. Wait.
Okay, that's an appeal to pedophilia.
Wait.
Yeah, talk your bullshit.
Yes to me. Yes.
All right, chill. Enough of that.
Yeah,
enough of
so
that.
you don't know what appeal to authority means. I know you don't because you don't debate much, but appeal to authority means that you're arguing that something is simply true because this authority does this, that, and the third. I went into why exactly the authority would be true. Therefore, that's not appeal to
Correct.
authority.
Correct.
I'm
Boom,
not
boom,
done.
boom.
Can you get them?
Fucking
Please?
raping.
What the fuck?
Raping.
But yeah, I specifically went over why Oxford would be correct. You niggas never gave a refutation. And actually,
We did not.
Yes,
Where
you did.
the fuck did we concede that, you liar? Where the fuck did we concede that? We did not concede.
Southpaw, I thought we said we were gonna be cool, calm, and collected here.
Oh my
You
god.
I'm gonna serve him.
Yeah, and can we talk about the fact that like whenever Pokery like says anything even slightly untoward towards Southpaw, it's like immediately like you can't say that, stop. But then as soon as like Southpaw is like nobody's doing anything, and Pokery literally has to be like, can someone fucking moderate? Like, what is going on? Like, this is insane. Like, dude, this is such like a he's like. This is the underdog of the fucking century. I mean, maybe he's not because these people are so fucking retarded, but I'm going to treat it
Now,
like
how is
such.
the Bloxer gonna moderate?
Out of sheer numbers,
still-
he is the underdog, okay? Out of sheer
Yeah, like,
numbers.
he's still like, this is not a one-on-one, right? Like, it's
Right. I mean, they're trying to gangbang him here. It's like ridiculous.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm not done.
Okay,
Yeah, so
here's,
both
to
you
be
and
fair,
Ethan
I can see how he would think that when you said, all right, fine, let's run with it. After going over it like extensively.
Permissible dissent, meaning you're deeming it as valid within the dialectic. So anyway.
Yeah, no, that's just an irreconcilable difference. I was never.
Wait, okay.
I think. Well, personally, just looking at this, I think you've gone all way off the rails because the initial question
Listen,
was,
we're all
why are you fine with
reformed
TK and SK
pedophiles.
being friends with him?
Yeah.
And the reason he gave was because he believes that you have changed from that. Now, your response is, well, actually, logically
Wait,
speaking,
hold on, SK, to be fair, this is relevant because I'm explaining why he can't just say it's DSM when I'm asking him.
Well, no. But
like, what's
whether
the substantiation?
whether it's DSM wouldn't be relevant because the whole question is, well, can someone like if someone can change from being a pedo, it wouldn't really matter because Pokery's perspective is that is what happened with Southpaw. So whether it is or isn't the case, it just isn't relevant. So that answers the question why you would be okay with TK and I being friends with him. So I don't know why that's still a question, a lingering question.
And even then, I can grab like multiple screenshots of me saying like, even though I can understand y'all being cool with him personally, I wouldn't let that nigga into my community. Like I was openly saying that. I just never said it publicly, but I brought it up to both SK and TK. Like this wasn't something I was hiding.
That's how I am. That's like usually my standard as well. Is like I'll have people who my friends are friends with, or who like are in people that is in my community, also in their community, who I just hate and would never want in my community. But I'm not going to friend police. I've never been a friend police type of guy. Like especially in cases like this, right? Like I mean, yeah. That's fine.
I think
Like, I don't think
that
I've
should
ever
just
said
be the
anything.
standard thing, but
It should be.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you get into these like I listen, I hate to say it, but it's like, you get into these like libtard communities and they constantly do the guilt by association thing. It is so constant, right? And it's so tiresome.
I will say, Hippleton has always said to me that like it's either me or the Spurg I have in my community. And I have to like cut them off to keep his friendship. So.
Yeah, I do that all the time too. And I give him ultimatums all the time. Yeah, I say
yeah.
It's not even it's not even because they're a bad person. It's literally just because they mildly annoy me. I'm just like, you need to ban them now or I'm never speaking to you again.
All I'm saying is Slug being exiled was not a coincidence.
Okay, fuck off, dude. Don't start that. Don't start that. People are gonna start running with that. Don't do that.
They're remotely positive about you.
You threw a brick through my windshield.
You know what? In that case, I can say fair enough.
Ace, I have something to tell you about like people running with stuff after stream. Like that I can't currently talk about, but it's like I am.
To be very clear, that was a joke.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But it's
not
no.
joking here.
What you did there is nothing in comparison to what happened recently, dude. Like oh my God, I want to talk about it so bad, but I can't. It's for a video I'm working on right now. It's making me so mad. Yeah.
Hamilton, did you just hear that the C conceded the entire debate just now?
Wait. Okay. Well, fuck.
Wait.
Fuck. Dude, Kino, this is the same thing that he did at the beginning of the fucking debate where they like said the whole thing about like definitions and dictionaries and then like did it for 16 minutes and then like Pokery said something and he was like, you know what? That actually makes sense. That's fine. Like, okay.
I can understand.
Okay,
I'll be
great.
cool with him personally. I wouldn't let that nigga into my community. Like I was openly saying that. I just never said it publicly. But I brought it up to both SK and TK. Like this wasn't something I was hiding. Like, I don't think I've ever said anything even remotely positive about you.
You know what? In that case, I can say fair enough. I do not agree with that at all, but at the very least, if you're keeping it consistent with the fact that you don't like Southpaw, then sure.
What's the point of this?
He understands why he understands why he would have a problem with a pedophile. Okay.
Like, dude, oh my
I just kind of want so I don't agree with that, but I can kind of at least accept the fact that you're keeping it consistent. It's not like you're all of a sudden now saying you don't like Southpaw, unlike
Yeah,
what Jack
that's why I
Kettner
was
did. So
confused
Jack Kettner
if that's the case, then at least we're not dealing with like just a latent contradiction in ethics. Nonetheless, I still think the standard is just woefully broken, regardless. But as long as it's consistent, I can't really like deal with that. I guess I can't really like debate that. Like whatever, sure. I can see on
This
that
is something I've been very consistent about. I've either said I disagree with it or that I'm staying out of it. That those have been the only two things I've ever said.
Sure.
Fuck is bat N-word?
Okay, so if we have that,
What
there's
is
other
that
screenshots
in the
that Southpaw sent that he wanted to go over.
of this
We went to the
Discord?
Stampede thing. The Sol.
What even is this Discord?
It's just called disagreement. It's the
I know it like feels like it's like a debate Discord or something. What is it? Do you know, Kino?
Like, who wants to
It-
debate
yeah,
fucking age of
It
consent?
is. It is a debate Discord. This is typically SK. He has live streams where people call in and debate them
Oh, okay,
over
that's
movies and
interesting.
stuff, movies, shows, anything that's on
Okay.
topic.
Interesting. That's a cool idea.
Thing is
I called
mentioned
in
as well.
when I was
That
trying
will-
to inform SK about him being plagiarized by Arlie Noah, and he
Interesting.
debated me. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
He said to me
Explain
that
to me
he
how
was
he-
relying on context clues by his usage of past tense and the fact that his original tweet was saying
Southpaw
history of, not saying that
actually
he
argued
is now.
against
So,
Of course he did. Of fucking course he did, dude. Yeah, that
This
makes
one's
so
very
much sense.
contrarian.
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on where did Southpaw go?
Yeah, he left. He
Did he
raged
go
quit.
jump?
He's
Well,
said it's done.
the thing is, if it's done, then like we need to just to ensure that
That's
all
the
of this can be
debate.
cleared.
Everything
God
else is
damn.
not really necessary.
That's so fucking. Oh my god, he just straight up rage quit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's
So,
crazy.
for context, that debate was really bad for Southpaw's reputation in that community, and Pokery essentially broke his mind, and that keep that in mind when you're watching the video or his
Right.
video
Okay, we'll do. I'm so confused.
about what why Southpaw would date a 20 or would date
No.
a 16-year-old or
No,
why
I'm
he
just-
would admit to it.
He's talking about
No, I'm still fucking caught up on the Skitty thing because I'm just so confused by the fact that like it's showing my comment here
Getting
and then
one
like
guide.
I know I'm getting one guy by Skitty without her even doing or them doing anything. So I think I'm actually raped. I'm actually raped. I need to shut up and just watch the video. I need to put the video in the bag. Okay.
I reject the premise. I would love to. Like, I'm not right now because I'm too angry. But see, you and I need to get into a VC with Pokery.
I'm barely involved in this, and it makes me personally fucking angry.
Give him
That is a
the fear of-
disgusting, irresponsible thing to do.
Put the fear of.
You saw how he
God
put the fear of God into him.
Yeah, true. The opposite. Okay,
Hello,
face.
everyone. I know that this is not the video that everyone was expecting to see for my return, but I already had videos I was working on that I was planning on uploading very soon, so I figured I might as well get this one out the way because this is actually a very important matter. And I am not someone who usually makes drama content, as you can see from my channel, but given that
Fair.
the person we will be talking about today is a pretty prominent figure, or was a pretty prominent figure, at least in the communities that I occupy, I figured that this situation was worth bringing to light on my channel. But I am getting ahead of myself. Who is the person in question? Well, today I want to talk about a YouTuber you may or may not know who goes by the name of Southpaw, a former member of EFAB who I found out about through his
Oh, really? I didn't realize he was a former member of EFAP.
Yeah, them disagreeing with him over terriers caused him to rage quit the group, and he's just been a-logging them ever since.
Wait, that makes the oh my god, that makes the like 6.5 hour long video even more pathetic.
Yeah.
He used to be a member, disagreed with him about something, and like Jilted X
called them
made like a
rape-a-pol-
7 fucking hour video over it. I mean, that is so pathetic. Jesus.
connections
Okay.
to people like Sheaf Talks, Madkin, and SK.
Do you want me to share you the doc where
Sheaf
it's like
advocating
600 pages where he mauls over them?
Oh god. Yeah, sure. So I can just scroll through it as quickly as fucking possible. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Jesus.
Guac,
Okay.
summarize this.
Guac. I'm gonna need you to
respect and
take
watch
me
my
through
movie,
this.
And SK being someone who is a close friend of mine. And upon my first meeting with Southpaw, I learned some pretty damning information.
Okay.
See, Southpaw is apparently 30 years old. Now, personally, I think being 30 years old is enough for scrutiny already. But see, when Southpaw was 20 years old, he was engaged in a romantic relationship with a 16-year-old. And I don't think I should have to explain the moral wrongdoings of a grown-ass man dating a high schooler. I did voice to SK and many others in the community that I was friends with that I just personally don't understand why we kept Southpaw around. But I was told by multiple people that Southpaw had condemned his actions from the past and put in the work to change and grow over the last 10 years. However, as we are about to go over, that is bullshit. Now, the context for why this drama even began in the first place is solely looking back on it and
That's
just not that
bullshit.
big of a deal. However, due to its relevance to the overall situation, I will go over it briefly because this was my first ever interaction with Southpaw, and it was a discussion that he wanted to have over a Sheaf Talks tweet, where in the tweet, if you ask me, it is very clearly Sheaf Talks implying that comic books are a dog shit medium.
Let me see. In defense said cartoons, I think they're actually rather bad, which is why I can say perfectly well that being a comic dick writer and trashing Star Wars cartoons is the epitome of a homeless man calling another homeless man a broke ass. That's stupid.
In the tweet, if you ask me, it is very clearly Sheev Talks implying that comic books are a dog shit medium. Obviously, if you want to hold that opinion, all power to you. I don't have an issue with that. However, Southpaw had an issue with the fact that people like SK were holding Sheev accountable for the statement, given that it's belittling an entire medium. So basically, Southpaw is in a VC discussing with me about whether or not Sheev was actually dismissing the medium. Everyone in the VC agreed that Southpaw pretty much lost the discussion, and he conceded for the time being that us having the interpretation we had was not us being
somehow Palpatine tweeted.
Because
I know.
I'm just gonna put this bluntly, this wasn't a situation that was all that deep. Who really gives a fuck? But the important part here is that at the end of this conversation, SK and his friend Comic Legend, who Southpaw was having beef with over this tweet as well, both got him and his idiotic associate, the media detective. Yes, that is someone's actual.
Fuck this guy, bro.
I'm holding off on
this guy. I am like the media detective's #1 hater. Okay.
Making jabs at someone's character, especially when they don't have full context, because Southpaw was going all over Twitter.
Who they are as a person or just their fuck ass name?
All of the above. All of the above. Like, I mean, genuinely did not say a single normal, smart thing that entire debate, and is also named the media detective. Okay, so need I say more?
Rapist?
Oh, I mean, dude, he'd be in the fucking inner circle if that was the case. I'd be like, fuck yeah, brother. Hey, brother, I like you. I like you, brother. Yeah.
Comic Legend, dishonest, disingenuous, and extending those sentiments towards people like SK as well. And I once again want to reiterate, this was over a situation that was not serious. So I want the people listening to this to really consider what 30-year-old would react this way over a conversation about a fucking tweet about comic books. Now that we have that context out of the way, I did move on from that situation wanting to forget about it. As I pointed out earlier, I am already someone who's uncomfortable around Southpaw to begin with, given his past actions that I'm aware of. So imagine my surprise to see the 30-year-old man-child mentioning my name, saying I ran away scared from him over a Twitter conversation that I forgot about. Have I mentioned that he's 30?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
And the worst part is the context is him arguing with two people I consider friends and being just overall really fucking annoying and rude over
What game is this, by the way? This game looks fun.
Once again,
huh?
No, it's a Student 51 game. I forget what it's called though. Let me look.
Maybe it's in the description. I know it sometimes does that. No, just the song.
No, just being copyright claimed.
Oh, okay.
Conversation about comic books. So me being A, someone who's already annoyed by the situation, B, someone who already doesn't like Southpaw, and C, someone who's watching him disrespect people I am cool with, I decided to post a tweet where I said, I have no idea why you are this confident talking hot like this, as if you
calling me a liar, like the recording of me bitching you out isn't there. Go ahead.
The game is Killer's Dead.
Killer's dead. Killer is dead.
Killer is dead. Yes.
Hey guys, can we get some rest in peace and chats for Killer?
Yeah, he's dead. Guys,
it's from the same guy who made No More Heroes. If you heard of that game.
Yeah. That's cool.
For some reason, I think you say No Country for Old Men. I'm like, what?
Frank McCarthy made the game. It's crazy.
What catalog this guy had?
Dude, he's gone across every media. He's just that awesome. He's also a dead pedophile. It's really cool. Anyways,
look at his LinkedIn, former Disney animator.
yeah. When I found out Cormac McCarthy was a pedophile, it like viscerally upset me. Actually, I really like Cormac McCarthy. Anyways, neither here nor there. One, calling me a liar, like the recording of me bitching you out isn't there. Two, apparently you're 30 acting like this. Go start a family, dork. True. 3, no clue why you're talking this hot to Kaba like you don't have a documented history of being a pedophile. Get your mans. And then responding to him saying, beat, and it depended on you refusing to let go of a retarded read of Sheev's tweet, which I simply agreed to disagree on. Fuck off. Liar. Okay.
Don't have a documented history of being an EDP. Because truth be told, these people have been doing you a favor for years by not cutting you off or just simply not spreading more awareness to your history. Now, I will take accountability and acknowledge that I definitely escalated the situation. However, in hindsight, I don't regret escalating.
Another thing keep in mind is that SK has been like Southpaw's best friend for years. He was like his number one. He was like his Robin essentially, like in a logging EFAP. So that just makes this downfall like all the more hilarious in hindsight. Once we get to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
it at all. Because of this tweet, Southpaw wanted to get an AVC with me and essentially just discuss the implications of my tweet and whether or not he is an EDP. When one thing should be made very clear, I didn't accuse Southpaw of anything in that tweet. I simply pointed out that he has a past of doing something.
However, as I'm going to explain, Southpaw goes on to argue that 20 and 16 is not pedophilic. There literally just isn't. I said you have a documented history of this thing. Do you disagree or agree that you have a history of what I accuse you of?
Of being a pedophile?
Of being a 16-year-old when you're 20, yes.
You said I have a documented history of being a pedophile.
Well, yes, I would call that being a pedophile. We can get into whether or not that's pedophilia. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of bad arguments that he makes during our debate that we had, but I mainly wanted to go over the ones that lead to really, really incriminating conclusions. For one, he argued that he wasn't a mature 20-year-old, so it wouldn't be pedophilic. But even
So
if we ignore
stupid.
the fact that an adult being less mature than their peers is not a reason for them to fuck a high schooler, the argument falls apart completely because when asked for examples of how he's immature, the only thing Southpaw provided was that he was homophobic and had the typical views of a conservative Christian because of his household at the time. So under this framework, it is permissible to Southpaw to engage in romantic activities with a teenager or child when you're 20, as long as you are homophobic or a conservative Christian. Because at that point you're 20. People expect you to
Or
like,
you
move out
like
the house,
God.
like get a decent paying job, like buy a car, yeah. Like you're expected to do a bunch of adult things by the time you're 20.
So it's based on what society's expectation is, then, rather than anything more concrete or scientific.
It says when you're legally and socially recognized for your actions. Legally, you're an adult at 18. Legally. Socially, I think, yes, 20 would be where you're considered an adult, which is relevant to the definition because it takes into account social norms.
Right.
I still maintain that I was not
Rape silence. Horrific.
Listen, for a lot of, like, I think that if you're talking to someone who is going to college, is living on their own, yada yada, I can totally understand that. You were talking to someone who had very arrested development.
I was raised, somebody says, I guess Sonny Park says, I was raised in a conservative Christian family, but I didn't fuck kids. Yeah. Fair,
Has
real.
quite a contentious relationship with his family for a number of reasons. That being
Everybody has their thing. that's
Listen. God told me this in my head.
Yeah.
God told me to date that child, for God's sake. Come on. Who am I to define?
Are you
saying that God
raised into an
is
evangelical
wrong?
Christian family? I don't like that I was taught that, objectively wrong things about the age of the earth in, actual history.
No relevance.
I'm sorry to hear that, but like I just don't see what this has to do with the conversation though.
Again,
Another thing for his past because it is only public information due to Nazi propaganda. Southpaw had a falling out with someone a long time ago. This person in question, I guess, was some crazy right-winger who was making fun of a victim of SA. And at this point, I would like to address a certain part of the recording where Southpaw dumped all of this lore on me and tried to use it as some form of gotcha to show that I don't care about SA victims. I care very much about victims of SA or predatory behavior of any kind. But this person who Southpaw had entrusted
scared of adults, which is why I only date
to was a teenager. However, the context of how these
More
screenshots exist to begin with isn't really relevant at all. What's relevant is whether or not you dated the teenager, which you very clearly admitted to. And it's all
Right. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, none of it's really relevant.
also not relevant whether or not the person who leaked this information was a terrible person or not. Because at the end of the day, we're not discussing the person, we're discussing the information. I don't even know the guy who leaked it. However, I am more than inclined to believe at this point that Southpaw himself does not care for SA victims in the slightest. Because if you ask me, standing up for someone who is a victim of that heinous crime shouldn't be something you think you deserve praise for. In my opinion, that's the bare fucking minimum. And the audacity of him to try and use that as a gotcha for brownie points in a Discord argument is very telling of his character. Because Southpaw is not a man with a moral backbone or any form of logical consistency in any way. He's a sad, depraved 30-year-old with no life who desperately craves for people on the internet to like him and show him the affection he doesn't get in real life. And this couldn't be even more obvious from how he talked about his family upbringing when talking to me. See, Southpaw was really desperate to make himself seem like a victim of the conservative Christian household, even going as far as to say that age gap relationships were normalized to him because his older brother was dating a 15-year-old when he was 19. However, a source very close to Southpaw and his family has recently confirmed that this is a lie, and I also
Yeah, that's why I told you to keep in mind. That's why I told you to keep in mind, Hippleton. That's a lie. That's not true. That's like his brother, his 19-year-old brother, marrying a 15-year-old. That never happened, apparently.
So how did we get that confirmed though?
We made it up.
He's in talks with someone close to Southpaw's family.
Oh.
Dude, that's cooked. That's cooked.
It's over. He's fucked.
He's actually
Okay.
gigadoxed, so.
Jesus
I
Christ.
literally reached out to
Dude.
So I had a certain Nick Andros dox this guy.
Nick Andros used docs to a 10, and let's just say there were no 19 marrying 15-year-olds.
That relevant. See, you can give all the context you want
Nick
to your
senses were
actions or
gods.
whatever, right? But at the end of the day, all they do is explain. They don't justify
Signed with your
the
IP.
sentence. I am very sorry to hear that you went through all that. However, you
Signed
still
by the
dated
media
a
detective.
child when you were an adult.
He changes sides. That would be so awesome. He Jay decides and just like gigadoxes like everyone involved.
I did some more.
Awesome, dude.
Dated
Some
a
people
child when
on
you
the
were an
wrong side of
adult,
history.
and no amount of defending and coping from your little friends on the internet is ever going to change that. And that covers all of the arguments that he made in his specific argument with me. However, as you can tell from the runtime, that is definitely not where this saga ends. See, after the debate, Southpaw and his little posse of dick riders were doing a lot of coping, basically trying to run with the narrative that I was somehow being obtuse and disingenuous during my discussion with Southpaw. See, during the debate, I did make the claim that I believe a PDF file can be reformed over time. With the proper care and resources, I have no reason to believe that it's just not true that can happen. The same way that your attraction to anything can change over time with new information or just learning and growing over time due to life experience. Now, if you are given the second chance and choose to do nothing with the second chance or choose to not grow with that second chance, then yeah, I do believe it's GG's for you. So, of course, I asked Southpaw, is he still attracted to the 16-year-old, since he holds the stance that no, a PDF file can never be changed or reformed. And he made the claim no, because your attraction to children cannot change. Clearly implying a 16-year-old is not a child, but okay. And an argument that was made in a friend of mine's DM.
It's actually a more generous read of what I had, which is him essentially saying, yes, I am a pedophile, and I still am. Yeah.
But I heard it.
Pokery's premise is fundamentally broken. Firstly, you can't stop being a pedophile. If you could, scientists would be all over that. This is also the type of logic that allows pedophiles back on the streets. So is Southpaw still attracted to the 16-year-old? Exactly. Like, I mean, it's just like, yeah. Like, yeah.
SK is that it's completely illogical to believe that a PDF file can be reformed.
We need to give him chemicals.
I don't see why it would apply to racism. Racism and the like is something you can absolutely change from. So would Southpaw be no longer a pedophile then? I don't think he ever was one. It's absolutely fair to see Southpaw as a weirdo for this, but calling him a pedophile just wouldn't be accurate.
Formed or changed in any way, because if there was a way.
Line, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's teetering the line. I mean, I think for the sake of efficiency, one could be like, sure, maybe I shouldn't have called you a pedophile, but what you did was pedophilic and was inherently pedophilia, right? It doesn't necessarily make you a pedophile, but to argue that the action was not pedophilic within itself is really fucking retarded. I think that would have been a little bit more ironclad, but at the same time, like, I don't know, it's a bit of a semantical bullshit. Like, we all kind of know what he means when he's saying that. I don't know.
Right.
That would be my opinion.
To accomplish this, then it would have been accomplished already. When, to begin with, this is inherently an argument from ignorance. You are arguing that there's no such way to reform a PDF file because there's no way you've been shown to reform a PDF file. You are literally arguing that because there's no evidence presented to you to the contrary, therefore the contrary is impossible to be considered true, which is fallacious. And it's also ignoring the decades of reports of therapy being offered to sex offenders in jail with very low rates of relapses. So clearly, yes, there is treatment that theoretically could work. And also, once again, this entire argument is implying inherently that a 16-year-old is not a child, because Southpaw himself says out of his mouth that he is not attracted to the teenager anymore. Fuck no. Also has a very weird standard for pedophilia to begin with. As he discusses with me, but I didn't allow him to use it during our debate. Southpaw appeals to the DSM-5, which verbatim says that there needs to be a 5-year age gap in order for it to be considered pedophilic, which I don't think I need to explain how it's a harmful standard to begin with, because that clearly establishes that 18 and 14 wouldn't be pedophilic, which is insane. But also, and I did also explain this to Southpaw during our discussion, while the DSM-5 gives a criteria for classifications of mental disorders, it shouldn't be treated as the end-all be-all for the definitions of words. At the end of the day, the dialect we use within the English language has an etymology that's been studied for years on years on years, and a dictionary, which Southpaw vehemently disagrees with using, would be
he hates the dictionary, bro. Dictionary is his biggest op.
Substantiate the definitions they give. However, the people creating the DSM-5 are not required by job to study the etymology or give the exact reasons or justifications for every definition they use.
Southpaw invented a slur just for people who use the dictionary. It's fucking horrible.
They're simply giving criteria for mental disorders, not fitting the word in general. So I believe it's inherently disingenuous to try and use this as some form of definition for the term PDF file. But let's be real, he's clearly only using this because it invalidates the stance that his 4-year age gap relationship was predatory. And that would conclude the arguments that were presented as far as whether or not Southpaw was a PDF file and how harmful I find them to be. Both debates ended with basically majority of people coming away with the takeaway that Southpaw is a disingenuous weirdo, and that ultimately he doesn't belong in our community. However, as if things couldn't get any worse for Southpaw, he managed to do the unthinkable. So for about a year or two now, friend of the channel, Captain Kaba, has had a close friend of his that has been in the community, or I should say in Southpaw's community. And for the sake of privacy, we will call this friend and was sexually harassed by someone who was also in said community. For sake of privacy, because the person who committed the harassment was a minor, and I do believe that they could grow from this experience and don't deserve to be harassed, we will refer to them as Harley. So Kaba and we're talking about Southpaw and TK, the person who was defending him in the screenshots, which is when revealed to Kaba that Harley had sexually harassed her in her DMs. Now, I will will put the images on the screen just for reference to show that this is something that actually happened.
Oh god, I think oh my god, I mean that is like whoa.
Asked her in her DMs. Now I will put the images on the screen just for.
I mean, is that? I feel like that's a little bit more than sexual I mean, Jesus fucking Christ.
Who wants to read it out?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, Vic's obviously going to be the predator. Right?
Leggings. Oh, they look super comfy. Yes. So comfy. Or my own. Yeah.
I love the dripping shame that you put in that part. That's great. That's great. Just like horrible, just palpable shame. Yes.
Reference to show that this is something that actually happened, but obviously the actual images that were sent are blurred. Kaba proceeds to send these screenshots to TK and telling TK to handle it because this is his community. So TK spreads this.
Okay. Let's see.
Blurred. Kaba proceeds to send these screenshots to TK and
so, okay, they're still weirded cropped. Let me try merging these images instead. They're displaying properly for me, so hopefully they look fine for you.
I do. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I need to properly go over this with some other people so I fully know what to mail of this. Blake was an extremely close friend of mine, so I don't know how unbiased I can be here.
It's a picture of his erect penis wearing pants or over a blanket that they sent to a random woman. So I don't even think you need to be biased or unbiased. Like, I mean, what do you mean?
Boys will be boys.
Yeah,
that's just locker room talk. It's a picture of his penis.
Because this is his community. So TK spreads the screenshots around as evidence. However, what Kaba didn't know at the time of sending this to TK is that the person in the screenshot, Harley, is a minor. So unfortunately, this means that cheese pizza was being spread around. And while Kaba didn't know, TK absolutely did know and was still spreading it around uncensored. The situation was being discussed in GCs and how we would move forward was being discussed, but we were overall keeping it under wraps mostly, at least until we decided what the best steps forward would be. Until about a week later, where an argument happened in a group chat between someone known as PJ and Southpaw. And during this argument, PJ basically got onto Southpaw for allowing his friend TK to just send uncensored cheese pizza around. And this is where...
Okay, let me see that one more time. DMs that TK has shown me where he expressed very similar sentiment about my relationship from a decade says otherwise. TK is not only untrustworthy, but sent CP in a group chat, so I don't know if you want to trust his judgment.
To Southpaw for allowing his friend TK to just send uncensored cheese pizza around. And this is where the actions go from Southpaw being really stupid to suddenly he's a really disturbing and deranged man. So after his argument with PJ, where PJ brings up the stuff about the cheese pizza, he leaves the group chat and proceeds to DM SK. And
read this.
Yeah, hold on. It's going a little fast. I need to slow it down so I can be pausing, because my pause is like delayed. It's really fucking annoying.
PJ, where PJ brings up the stuff about the cheese pizza, he leaves the group.
Sure. TK, don't even bother jumping in, bro. Exactly.
You're a bad-faced piece of shit.
Yeah, and you're a pedophile.
And in the DMs, he
That's awesome.
Here's the evidence. Here's the CP.
Why are you doing this? Dude, this is so bleak. Okay.
Blank supposedly shared in GC, according to PJ, by the way, which he got from one of PJ's friends, too.
So we're clear on what this image is depicting. It's displaying a bulge through the pants caused by genitalia, which Blank is drawing attention to twice.
Okay, saying this is the evidence. Here is the quote-unquote CP that was supposedly shared in a GC according to PJ. So one, he's putting it in quotations to minimize the idea that it's CP.
Right.
We will get back to that. But also,
I don't want you to. That sounds like more bad stuff is happening, but okay.
A Discord argument with PJ. SK has no dog in the fight or absolutely nothing to do with their...
Right, which was shared to TK by Kaba. Fuck, sorry. To substantiate accusations against Blank for sexual harassment. If the accusation is that TK shared CP, then the spoken gun PJ thinks it is.
Yep, that's still CP. I don't care if the genitalia was covered because it's still blatant in the image. It draws attention to it twice. I don't know why you look at that and think it's safe to distribute whatsoever. This shouldn't be in my DMs. Pretty sure this is considered cyber flashing on her end.
Because this is related to what PJ said about TK.
Yep, it's because it's related, dude. It's because it's like pertinent. It's pertinent. Come on. What's wrong with you guys?
How the fuck did SK just not cut this guy off after that?
Wait, but what do you guys not understand about this? Oh, okay, good.
Shut up, you fucking freak. Get away from me.
Yeah. Okay, so then, yeah, we're past that. This is CP. Why is it in my DMs? Somebody's going to clip that. Okay, either way. Either way. I don't care if it's PJ who said this about TK. This is nowhere near appropriate to send, especially since it's evidence of sexual harassment.
So did TK share CP and GC, and did Captain Kappa share it too?
Southpaw, this is fucking irrelevant to the fact that you sent me CP. Why is it still here? Delete it before you catch a legal case. Thanks.
I didn't mean to send you CP.
That's
not the
where that
point I
comes
was
from?
trying to make.
That's wait. So
Just giga cooked. Like, this is just, like, horrible.
that's the context of that screenshot, bro. Like, brother.
I mean, this is just, like, so bleak, man. I just...
Southpaw is more rape than his 16-year-old girlfriend.
True.
A dispute and had no stance on the matter. So yes, sending him uncensored cheese pizza in his DMs unprompted is unacceptable.
Yeah, bungless. Exactly. Here's Daisy's destruction, by the way. It's relevant to the conversation. Like, it's like, okay, like, great, thank you, man. Like,
he never has the I guess the idea of just taking it to the police. He has to say to all his Discord friends, it'd be like, guys, if this were CP, would I really be sending it to you?
Like, come on, man. Just come on, man. God.
Not everybody gets their dick hard to children like you, Southpaw. As you can see from these screenshots, it took SK reiterating it to him multiple times that he doesn't want this in his DMs and doesn't want to see this for Southpaw to delete it. So yes, to summarize, Southpaw, the 30-year-old man, decides to distribute cheese pizza after his friend was already called out for doing this exact same thing, and somehow he thought this was a gotcha. Another thing to point out is that he very clearly doesn't apologize ever in these DMs to SK, when simply seeing those images were enough to stress SK enough to the point where he couldn't even sleep. And if you thought it couldn't get any worse, it absolutely can, because here is a screenshot of Southpaw after the fact discussing in a GC with TK the Freak and the...
Oh no. These are the screenshots. Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, let play through for a second.
Okay.
Dumb fuck detective. That it's
okay. Thank God. Of course, I needed to hear that. Honestly, that was actually necessary for me. I will say that was semi-therapeutic for me after everything that I've experienced with this horrible media detective. Okay.
These are the screenshots that supposedly are CP.
Also, one of the first people I went to this about was Blank, an actual grooming victim. What does that... Objection. Relevance? Like, where are we? What? Okay. Yeah, I sent CP to an actual grooming victim, by the way. Great. Thank you. Okay.
He is weaponizing your shared evidence of someone you were close with being a sexual harasser to frame you as someone who shares CP.
This is not CP, Limfal. Trust me, I have a lot of experience with it.
Like, whoa, okay.
Why would they say that?
No, the meteor detective really just knows what it looks like. He's like,
you know it when you see it, you know?
Like, that's it.
Dude, you know the next sentence is going to be like, you see, CP is kind of a subjective social construct, if you really think about it.
Yeah. The media detective is on the case. He's on the case, bro.
Dude. Guys, wait. Irrelevant to this right now, but this is important. Skitty deleted the fucking art post.
No.
You did that.
I wonder why.
I'm still gonna hand it. I'm still gonna hand it to Harmful. Okay, I'm still gonna find the screen grab and hand it to Harmful. Okay, it's you know. I don't know if he'll. I mean, I'm sure he won't actually use it or anything. It's not like enough for another video, but still, it's funny.
Freak and the
he just kills himself.
Why did you send that to me?
That it's not even CP to begin with. And to summarize the image, because I know I haven't given an actual description of it yet, it is an image of a miner's bulge that she very much drew attention to when sending it. And yes, CP can still be classified as CP even if you are clothed in the image. Now, I do want to make one thing clear.
Oh
TK
my God!
has
Wait, we're doing
conceded
the
at this point that
semanticals. Is that what the media detective was doing? The semanticals, like
I'm almost
gonna show genitalia.
Almost positive, yeah. Like, I mean, it's always that kind of thing with these type of people. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, if it's because okay, there's still a technicality here that you could combat that with, because yes, if you sexualize kids in bikinis, even if it doesn't show genitalia, that could still count as CSEM, child sexual exploitative material. So yes, you could still call that CP. This guy's a fucking dumb retard and should be beat up in the alleyway.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I of course don't condone that, but also it is the media detective. So then again, Game of Thrones mountain scene. Okay, I'm just saying.
Finds his fucking way out of that, dude. Like,
Yeah.
oh, wait, dude. If you really think about it, going forward is not the best course of action. He's just fucking backed into a wall. Dumbass, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, like I just, listen.
Yeah.
I really love the media detective. He's just like Oberon. Okay, now go pull an Oberon. Okay.
Was completely in the wrong and wants nothing to do with Southpaw. Basically, there was a sit-down talk with him, and he understands where he was wrong and that this image is in fact CP. However, the dumb fuck detective is still very much gurgling that Southpaw penis to the point where he's went on a blocking spree, and him and Southpaw are two people I would definitely recommend that anyone watching this should stay away from. So
Listen, before I even learned this information about the media detective, no problem, buddy. I could have said that one for sure.
Together, my thoughts and summarize what this whole video is about.
And Southpaw.
For one, I don't believe that Southpaw condemns any of his old actions that he made when he was 20. If he truly condemned it, why would he feel so compelled to constantly justify and defend it, using defenses such as he was an immature 20-year-old, or that he was raised in a conservative Christian household where age gaps were normalized for him. Overall, it is just very apparent that Southpaw genuinely does not see the issue with any of the actions that he takes on the internet, and has little to no regard with how his actions impact others, especially those that he considers friends in his own twisted mind. This is someone who has known SK for years on years on years, and yet for some reason it takes him telling you multiple times that he doesn't want cheese pizza in his DMs for you to finally delete it. And I genuinely think just simply seeing the images should be enough to disgust you as a grown man to the point where you wouldn't even want to spread it. If you or anyone you know is associated with Southpaw or endorses him or defends him in any way, shape, or form, I definitely would recommend just distancing yourself, because there's just nothing good that can ever come from associating with someone like this. Someone who just constantly has nothing but drama going on in his life. Because as I've reiterated,
he's just like a contemptuous fucking retard.
video,
Yeah,
he is 30 years old. He should not be on the internet acting like a teenager. With that being said, do not attack or harass anyone that was mentioned in this video. I want all of the criticism to be focused towards Southpaw, and even then I want it to be focused towards getting him the help that he needs. And Southpaw,
not even a little bit towards the media detective, please. Just please.
If you are watching this, I absolutely do hope that you take the time to do some self-reflection and some soul-searching. Never too late to better yourself at the end of the day. Yes, the fuck it is, bro. You are so fucking cooked, gang. Like, genuinely get the fuck off of everybody. Don't touch grass, man. Niggas gave you a whole second chance after finding out that you were 20 years old. You had to pick your bitch up from algebra class, and you still somehow fucked it up by going around sending CP uncensored. You get absolutely zero fucking sympathy or respect from me, and you don't deserve anything. Genuinely, fuck you. You are a terrible piece of shit. You're not the real hero.
Based.
Incredibly based.
With that being said, y'all, though, anyone not named Southpaw or Media Detective, I hope you hit the gym today, make some money, be productive, twin. I love you. Also, new video soon.
Now, there is one update I think you should know about. Templeton, let me find it. It does concern the Media Detective.
Yes!
Or the Media Defective, as he should be called.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Okay.
As you can see, he dated a high schooler too.
As you can see, this is him at the bottom of a bridge. He's doing heroin.
All right, so check out this link in the live chat.
And Bungless, yes, I saw your thing. I'll do it. I'll do it in a second. Hold on. I haven't watched the video yet, but I'm downloading it. There you go. All right.
Yeah, you're
So, Media Detective says, Sheev Jolly, C, and everyone else in Sheev's community. I'm sorry for unintentionally enabling Southpaw to continue indulging in the drama that led to him betraying all of your trust. I now realize that I was bringing out the worst aspects of his personality.
He's trying to jump ship.
Yeah, it's a thread. Yeah.
Oh, it's a thread. Fuck it. Oh my god. A thread with. Oh my god. Holy mother of Jesus. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Here we go.
What I said is a reality.
Here we go. All right. Let's get some good music on. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Let's get it. All right. Let's do some.
Media Detective.
Let's go with this.
Well, guys, it turns out I was the one without a clue. Whoops.
Okay, got a couple of instrumentals here.
Looks like I had a wrong lead.
A couple of the classic sad ones. All right.
Looks like in this match, I was the pawn.
All right, here we go.
Call that a checkmate.
Looks like this cat and mouse game was no dice.
Okay, man. All right, let's calm the fuck down, man. Freaking me out a little bit. I didn't like that. All right.
Dude, imagine he ends the thread with this being, just one more thing.
I know that I said I'd be stepping away from Twitter for a while, and I do still intend to, but I've been doing a lot of self-reflection over the course of the last few days, and I've come to a number of conclusions. Here are the following conclusions I've reached. The images that Southpaw shared were in fact CP from a moral and legal perspective, and it was very wrong of me to deny that as long as I have. I was stubbornly holding on to conclusions that I made in haste at the very beginning of this that were simply unfounded. I was coping and holding on to the idea that my best friend hadn't done a monstrous act, that he did in fact do, because I wasn't ready to accept the full breadth of what he had done. I'm accepting that now, and I'm deeply sorry for defending the indefensible. What Southpaw did was morally reprehensible, plain and simple. I do not stand behind any of the defenses that I've made over the past week. Those defenses were not only wrong, but I shouldn't have made them in the first place, and I deeply regret them.
Wait, hold on, just clarification. How old is this guy?
20.
So, okay, grown man. There's no shot that we're just gonna, like, you know, wipe off the fact that in that screenshot he said, "That's not even CP, bruh." Dude, that is your own fucking conclusion.
Okay, but Ace, you're really being bad faith right now because he changed his mind.
Listen, he's literally just a fucking human being. Treat him as one.
Yeah, maybe treat him as a human being because he like literally is a human being.
No, he fucking realized that everyone's hating on Southpaw, got picked up by bigger creators as well. He's getting fucking touched and realized, oh yeah, shit, I can't stick around anymore because it's CP.
Listen, he's a reformed Southpaw, so how about you just cool it, man?
Yeah, freaking literally, dude. Literally freaking literally.
Southpaw Files, rise.
Yeah. They took a situation that was already horrifying on its own and made it a million times worse by downplaying the full extent of what had been gone down. And for that, I'm deeply remorseful and sorry. I'd like to now apologize to everyone I've hurt in this situation. I'd like to start by apologizing to SK and his community. SK, I'm deeply sorry for defending and downplaying what happened to you when those images were forcefully shared. I understand how traumatic being forced to see something as horrifying as CP can be, and I never meant to trivialize your experience. I understand that you and I didn't end our relationship in the best of ways. Okay. But I should have never let my own biases get in the way of seeing the truth that was staring me in the face. I understand that I can't fix all the pain that I've caused for you in your community, but I hope that you can find peace eventually. And again, I'm sorry that I let my pride, ego, and stubbornness affect my judgment. Now on to Joe M, Obolo, Synthwave, and Sunny Park, and everyone in Obolo's server. Obolo, I'm deeply sorry for how I handled this entire situation. I was reckless, immature, and just plain stupid. I shouldn't have stubbornly held on to conclusions that I was in the right about all of this. I shouldn't have forced you into a situation where I was asking you to do the nuclear option, banning Synth and Sunny, based on little to no information on the matter. That was reckless, immature, and frankly rather a disgusting way to have gone about things. This is so fake, by the way. Even though I wasn't intentionally lying to you about my true thoughts at the time, and I was coping really hard for both a friend and myself at the time, I stubbornly held on to the notion that I couldn't have done anything wrong, and that that just wasn't reality of the situation, which has taken me far too long to realize. Obolo, I'm sorry for all the pain and emotional distress that I've caused you. You were a good friend, and I'm deeply sorry that I wasn't. You deserved a lot better from me than to emotionally manipulate you into a situation that you shouldn't have been involved with to begin with. Synth and Sunny, I'm deeply sorry for demanding that Obolo ban you from his server for a crime that you didn't commit. I should have at least tried to reach out to you about the situation before first jumping to conclusions and acting on pure emotion. And for that, again, I'm deeply sorry. JM, I'm deeply sorry for coping and being impossible to reason with during our last call. I let my biases for Southpaw get in the way of being able to see the situation as clearly as I should have. My god, this is endless. I'm sorry for putting you and Obolo through hell, and I understand how I was being way too dismissive of the arguments that you were making of me on the call. It was a deeply immature thing to have done. You were a great friend, and I deeply regret that I wasn't. Sheev, Jolly, and everyone else in Sheev's community, I'm sorry for unintentionally enabling Southpaw to continue indulging in the drama that led to him betraying all of your trust.
I realize now I was bringing the worst out in terms of his personality. I'm also sorry for downplaying what Southpaw has done. It was a deeply regretful thing to have done. I understand that you've already distanced me from the community due to what Southpaw's done, and I wouldn't blame you if you make that distancing permanent after what I've done. That's all the apologizes that I had yet to make up to this point. Like I've already said in the pinned post on my Twitter a few days ago, I will be stepping away from Twitter for an extended period of time, if not permanently.
No, media detective, no! My favorite media reviewer!
I've been chronically online for way too long, and it's led to the worst parts about me to become more insidious than they already were. I still want to make videos in the future, but only after I've massively improved as a person. This public statement or apology was long overdue, and I only hope that everyone that I've wronged, hurt, and otherwise disappointed can find peace and happiness in their lives going forward. I'm sorry for everything that I've done. Goodbye.
Consider this case solved. Signed, Media Detective.
Yo, bitch ass up.
Media, like a profile picture of the media detective, like slowly like getting Thanos dusted and like fading away. Okay, and then Jen responds.
What did he mean by this?
Unintentionally.
CP like a boss kills himself and lives.
Unintentionally, actually, fuck you. You humored his deranged ravings because he was going after people you all disliked and are now having to buyer's remorse. You are all fucking pathetic. Yep. Truth nuke. Truth nuke. Okay, let's see what Bungla sent.
Who's this Asian man?
This is CP. Why is it in my DMs?
I guess the last thing is to go over, is to like gloss over the doc I sent you, because that's essentially Southpaw's life work, because of him logging EFAP. I sent it in the chat.
Dude.
Excuses, cope, untruths, and manipulation.
I'm literally just gonna like scroll through this because I know that this is already just gonna be incomprehensible schizobabble. Oh wait, hold on.
So this is hard to tell. They're actually all fucking a part of Al Qaeda, if you really think about it.
What? I'm sorry. What? Okay, hold on.
Nice background, bro.
Problem?
Big problem.
Problem?
2018.
I groomed a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Roblox. I groomed a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure that it's not gonna like betray me. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good.
Roblox.
All right. Okay.
Dude, what do you mean by this?
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Holy
wait.
mother
Oh,
of
the pages are
Jesus.
still loading. Oh my
Dude,
god.
wait, I just got chills because I'm not reading this.
I mean, I just kind of want to like. I mean, this is fucking absurd.
Just got a phone call. Parlo? Who's gonna pick up?
Yeah, that's very much. This is very
Oh.
Parlo coded. Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to read it? See what I mean by being media illiterate?
See what I mean by being
You
bad
can say
faith?
that again.
You're not gonna read my 609-page document? Yeah. You're disgusting. Okay, so yeah, this guy's a schizo freak. Okay, wonderful.
Fuck is yaks, Yakub?
Man, I wish it was
It's
more
just
like
part of my
Templar.
vocabulary.
Yeah, I wish it was more like Templar. It was like.
Yeah, no, when I'm typing and it's like,
Probable spam, be quiet.
yeah, it's really cool. But he was just like, had like the worst take imaginable about like Gideon, and so I was just like arguing with him. And he's also like this annoying freak, CB2. He's so fucking annoying, dude.
I'm
I
actually.
fucking-
Well, he has 10K on YouTube, so clearly he's doing something right.
I guess he's doing better than me if you think about it.